Are you looking for an alternative to back and neck surgery? Dr. Christopher Wen at Hometown Chiropractic Center can help. Whether you're suffering from degenerative disc disease, bulging disc, herniated disc, radiating arm pain, sciatica, or neuropathy, Dr. Christopher Wen at Hometown Chiropractic Center can help determine if you're a candidate for chiropractic care. Dr. Christopher Wen at Hometown Chiropractic Center offers a complimentary consultation and on-site x-ray. Call 270-965-7002. That's 270-965-7002. Or walk-ins are welcome Monday and Wednesday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 10 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. And Fridays from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. They're even available on Saturday from 9 until noon. Dr. Christopher Wen at Hometown Chiropractic Center. Rockets, they've got your back.
This is Rocket Sports on River Country 102.7.
Welcoming you, everybody, out here to Livingston Central High School, where your Crittenden County Rockets are about to actually take on Livingston Central here tonight in the opening round of the 5th District Tournament. We appreciate everybody listening in today on a special Monday night edition of Rocket Basketball here on River Country 102.7. I'm joined here with football guru and now basketball guru analyst Evan Cruz, who's going to be helping me out with tonight's ball game. We appreciate you being here, Evan.
I'm trying to be your the Dick Vitale to your Dan Schulman, Taylor. I don't know if I could fulfill that or not.
I think we just both insulted those great men with both of those statements. But anywho, we are about, well, whenever they start the clock, we're over 20 minutes away from the ball game here. Just wrapped up the first game where Lyon County, Trigg County, not a big surprise. Lyon County goes away with it pretty handedly. I don't have the final score here.
I think it was 56-36.
56-36. So you have to hand it to Trigg County. They coached Peyton. I mean, he was coaching to the very end there, even though that they'll be cutting their season. Well, you just saw it, as a matter of fact. So good season to them. The Rockets will hopefully not be their last game tonight, as hopefully we can come away with the win and at least get guaranteed one region win there, but hopefully maybe come away with the 5th District Championship. We'll see.
That's right, Taylor.
We got a long way to go. We got some really talented three teams left here in the tournament: Lyon County, Livingston Central, and your Crittenden County Rockets. We've got, golly, I know I've said it already, we got a lot to go over, Evan. You helped us call the game against Livingston Central at home, and we lost in a heartbreaking fashion in like I said, one of the saddest ways possible. I don't have the final score here.
I think it was 54-53.
I'm just going to start asking you for the scores.
Don't quote me on that, Taylor. No, it was 53-52 because we were up by 2, and Livingston missed the free throw. We didn't box out. They got the rebound, hit the 3 in the corner, and the rest is history. And
Mott had a chance to go down to get the free throw in, the layup in, but wasn't able to. But gave it his all on that. But that probably one of the most heartbreaking losses that Crittenden has had to suffer in kind of a high-stakes situation. Is that winning that would have guaranteed them the third position for the 3rd seed for this tournament here, but we ended up getting it anyway out of a coin flip versus Trigg County. So we ended up drawing Livingston Central, and that's why we're coming to you here tonight for the second game. Well, it's we're in postseason now. Records are all squared away, 0-0. We're starting over again, and this is how it's going to be. Let's just call it what it is. We wanted this team. We wanted to win the coin flip, not because we were afraid of playing Lyon County, but because we wanted a guaranteed to play Livingston Central with the way we lost to them at home, and now we have a chance to come down here. And I mean, you've kind of been presented an opportunity to do this. Evan, kind of put it in perspective.
Well, Taylor, it's give a Kentucky basketball reference here. Coming off the big win against Tennessee Saturday. Last year, Tennessee beat Kentucky twice in the regular season. Kentucky come in to the SEC tournament, beat them in the SEC championship game. So, like I said, regular season doesn't really mean much when it comes to tournament play. Rockets are going to be without Hunter Boone tonight, which is going to be that's going to be a tough role to fill, because he's the one that caught fire in the last game against Livingston and really kept us in that ball game. He had like, what, 4 or 5 threes in that third quarter?
He had 3 threes in the third quarter, 2 threes in the fourth quarter, and that all of his points came from beyond the arc. He ended the night with 15 and, kept us in the game.
He did.
He really did, because it was basically him and the Cameron Head show kind of going back and forth between each other in terms of threes. There by the end, he'd shoot a 3, and then they'd come back down the other end, and sometimes it'd be Cameron, and sometimes it would be somebody else, but they would always have an answer for it. So, I mean, it was a classic Crittenden Livingston matchup, and this is probably, this is what we're seeing here tonight, hopefully tonight as well, even though, this is not going to be a Crittenden team that, this is a Crittenden team that has faced a lot of trials this year. I talked on the coach's show Saturday with Coach Dennis Hodge about injuries. That's as much as you hate to say it, it's been the word of the season. It has, regardless of whether or not you like to admit it or not. They have faced some adversity, and Coach Hodge even said on the coach's show point blank to me, he said, "I'm tired of talking about injuries," and I said, "I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all." It's one of those things where you had Preston Turley, who was, from the Cole County game for football. From that moment on, from that very moment on, when it comes to Crittenden basketball, that word injury started getting thrown around because of him getting hurt. And since then, you've had Tyler Boone, who's been hurt. You've had Hunter Boone, who's been hurt with meniscus, or a potential meniscus. And then, of course, now he's out with he's in concussion protocol right now. You've had Sawyer Tyree, who has a torn, or not a torn, excuse me, at least a strained groin. I don't know if it's torn or not, but he's been, hurt, nursing that injury as well. I think I've already mentioned Hunter Boone. You've got Gabe Mott now, who's got, a foot injury. I'm watching him warm up. He seems to be doing a little bit better right now. Eric O'Leary suffered an injury. Golly, I think Preston Morganson got hit in the head at one point. If I'm remembering Coach Hodge saying that correctly. So, my goodness, I mean, it has just been an absolute onslaught of this. And talk about a team fighting through it, and is still and still has potential of winning this game here tonight, Evan. Yeah,
and this is a game where, you really want your big guy, Preston Turley, to have a good game. But I think that the key to this game for me is you got to get Sawyer Tyree to kind of get out of this funk he's been in. He's your senior in the lineup. He's the guy that's played the most meaningful basketball out there right now since Hunter Boone's out. You need that senior in the lineup for you, and that's Sawyer Tyree. And they really need him to play the game of his life tonight if they want to have a good shot to win this game. And obviously Preston Turley is a big key in this game also. And you've mentioned it all season, when you have the best point guard in the district and Gabe Mott, you got a chance to be in any ball game, and I think he's averaging 16 points a game or something this year. Shoots good free throw, good from the three-point line, and is really good drive penetrator type player. So, it's going to be interesting to see how this game works out, and something that the Rockets have struggled with all season, just from listening to the games and the games I've been to, Taylor. And you know this as well as anybody, is when they start that third quarter, when they start that second half, they have a tendency to get in that offensive slump. Mm-hmm. And in college basketball, the coaches will tell you the first 4 minutes of that second half is probably going to dictate and tell you how the rest of that game is going to go. We saw it Saturday night with Kentucky. They got out to a 14-0 run, got up to 20 points, ball game was over. Right. So the Rockets are really going to need to watch tonight to not slip into the old ways and get into that funk, that offensive funk that they have been known to get into in that second half. They need to come out strong. Obviously, a lot of that depends on how the first half goes, but I feel like it should be a pretty tight first half. It all depends on that start of that third quarter in that second half. Right, and the thing about it is, like you've already mentioned, and I'll mention it again, that has been a bug that you faced all year is those shooting slumps that you'll get into. But I think, like you were talking about, just as important, I kind of resonate exactly with what you're saying. Who's going to set the tone to start this game as well? Because you've got shooters in Cameron Head, you've got shooters in Ringstaff. There's never a Livingston Central team where you ain't got 4 or 5 guys that has the potential of shooting something from beyond the arc at some point. And when you're dealing with that and you see that, it's one of those things where they can kind of come out of the gate early, set the tone, and now you're down potentially 6-0. You're down probably, maybe even 9-0. Now you're already in a mode to where you have to scramble, and that puts you out of a groove. And basketball,
if it's said once, it's said a billion times. It's a game of runs, and you already don't want to be behind the 8 ball that early. And that's what has kept Livingston Central in a lot of ball games this year, is their ability to jump out early, and then they've got to have teams face them down. And
especially in high school basketball, when you play without a shot clock, if you get up by 12 or 14 points, you just kind of can dribble around the perimeter a little bit, set up what you want, go score a bucket, and it's hard to come back from a big deficit.
Right.
And exactly right, Tyler. The Rockets need to come out and they need to be the aggressor tonight. They need to attack, and try to set the tone early in this ball game and let Livingston know, hey, we're going to be here all night. Come get some.
Right, absolutely. Evan, couldn't have said it better myself. Let's send it the break for a couple minutes, and then we'll be back here with more of the Hometown Chiropractic pregame show here on River Country 102.7.
Are you looking for an alternative to back and neck surgery? Dr. Christopher Wynn at Hometown Chiropractic Center can help. Whether you're suffering from degenerative disc disease, bulging disc, herniated disc, radiating arm pain, sciatica, or neuropathy, Dr. Christopher Wynn at Hometown Chiropractic Center can help determine if you're a candidate for chiropractic care. Dr. Christopher Wynn at Hometown Chiropractic Center offers a complimentary consultation and on-site x-ray. Call 270-965-7002. That's 270-965-7002. Or walk-ins are welcome Monday and Wednesday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 10 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. And Fridays from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. They're even available on Saturday from 9 until noon. Dr. Christopher Wynn at Hometown Chiropractic Center. Rockets, they've got your back.
What do you think a community bank should be? Locally owned, friendly, accessible, where decisions are made by people who live in your community? This is Terry Bunnell with the People's Bank. We had an amazing year in 2018 and are thankful for the opportunities we had to work for our customers and build new relationships. We make community banking a reality. Make this year the year the People's Bank works for you. People's Bank working for you, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your retirement dream is seeing the grandkids more. Your husband's? Attending a football game in every state. Maybe you can compromise and, nah, forget that. You've got grandbabies to spoil.
See your local Woodman of the World office at 111 West Gum Street in Marion, or call them at 270-965-3333. That's 965-3333.
Insurance protection, financial security. Woodman of the World Life Insurance Society of Omaha, Nebraska. Woodman Life, standing strong for generations.
Woodman of the World says, go Rockets.
The Rockets rock on River Country 102.7.
Back here at Livingston Central, Rockets are about 9 minutes away from starting this game off tonight. It's a home game for Livingston Central, even though the tournament's being hosted here anyway. They have the honor of hosting the tournament this year.
Yeah, it gives them a nice advantage, home court advantage. So
hold on, I'll get to you 1 second. Sorry about that, folks. No, talking with that, Evan. What was your question again? Or did you have a question?
Well, we were just talking about the advantage that Livingston has hosting the district tournament. This year got that home court advantage. You don't have to travel, especially with this being a later start, 7:30. Start game. Well, it's going to be later than that with the way time the first game ended. So
right,
Rockets still out here warming up and just watching them out there. Gabe with the foot injury. I mean, he just hit a three right there. He seems to be like he's probably going to be okay. I'm not sure which foot it is that's hurt, Taylor, but that could have to do with maybe the way he drives, which foot he pushes off on or something to go up for a layup. But that'll be something to monitor. Which foot was it? Do you know, Taylor?
I don't know which one that he mentioned that it was. I was trying to see if there any indication of something that he's favoring, but I haven't been able to tell at all. So, I mean, maybe he's feeling better. I'm hoping he is.
Yeah.
He didn't say to what degree that the injury was. So, having given that, maybe things are a lot better for him. It's somebody we can't afford to lose, that is for sure. Mott has been such an integral part of this offense. an integral part of the defense as well. I mean, if you just want to call it what it is.
So with Hunter Boone out missing this game, Tyler Boone's going to have to step up and play big, solid minutes for them. I'm sure Carlson will probably get some run also.
Yeah, Carlson, I think, will be in the lineup a little bit more, depending on how the guards work. I mean, Sawyer has kind of been, nursing his injury as well. I mean, don't be surprised if you see Morgeson see some minutes. Don't be surprised if you see that, depending on – I don't know how he's going to utilize Carlson. I mean, you know how Coach Hodge is. I mean, he's a great coach, and in these type of situations, he's no better. I mean, he doesn't get any better than in postseason play. So he's going to be utilizing every single tactic he can get, and I mean, he's going to be, we don't know what he's liable to, what kind of rotation that he's liable to have out here. Whether Morgeson will be playing more, Carlson will be playing more. Eric O'Leary also will be in the mix if he's healthy enough. So, with that being said, that's just something you're going to have to keep in mind throughout the night, and we'll make note of that as it happens. But I think the make or break thing for this, Evan, if you want to be, clear about it, I think Preston Turley is the make or break of this game.
The X factor.
I think he is. Usually we talk about Tyler Boone being the X factor and being scrappy. He comes out, he gets steals, he gets, rebounds both offensively and defensively. I think tonight you have to see what kind of a player that Preston Turley is. This is what this is a big game, not just for tonight, but seeing what kind of a player he's going to be for the Rockets going forward. Because this is the type of atmosphere that it separates good players from great players. I mean, I know that kind of sounds like a cliche, but I'm being dead serious about it. This is a game where you're not gonna have Hunter Boone in the future. I mean, senior-wise, you're not gonna have him in the future. You're not gonna have Sawyer Tyer in the future. These younger Rockets are stepping into that mode to where now they're leaning on them, and not having Hunter Boone in this game, you're kind of getting a taste of it early against a lot. I mean, I'm trying to see how many seniors that that Livingston Central has, but if my memory serves correct, they have several. I'm almost positive on that. I'd have to go back and look to make sure. I don't have my scores book in front of me, or else I could tell you right off the bat. But you have a well-disciplined team that you're going against tonight in their home court in a big game, win or lose. This isn't the runner-up championship game. For a fact if you don't win tonight, you don't play again.
And that's a good point, Tyler. And obviously, you hate any injury any time, but especially with Rockets not getting to play a senior night game, and then Hunter not being able to play tonight, you really hate it for him. If this was potentially to be the last game, you really hate it that he wasn't able, to play out the last two games of his high school basketball career. Not
just for the boys Rockets, but the girl Rockets too.
Right.
They played against two very good teams against Hopkins Central, and they competed with those teams for a while. I think after the first quarter, I think the boys were tied up. The girls also fared about the same and that was your last game of the regular season. You were hoping to play Fort Campbell that night on Friday, and then that never happened. So you're coming into this tournament off of two losses that you wish you didn't have. You had a great CCA win. I guess that was homecoming, or was St. Mary's homecoming? St. Mary was homecoming. Yeah. Sorry, St. Mary was homecoming, and then the last home game of the season was CCA. So you had two wins there, but you didn't feel it. So it's one of those things where they didn't get their curtain call at home.
Yeah.
They have a little bit more to prove tonight, and I know it might seem kind of I don't want to say sappy, but whatever it is. But, you're playing with emotion, especially here at the end of the season. That's how you make up the difference on a lot of things, is who wants it more.
Right.
That's my opinion.
And the Rockets proved that last year when they went winless in the district regular season, coming here and won the district tournament.
Absolutely. I mean, and again, that kind of goes back to it. Something that's not going to help us out this time, but it's going to help Livingston Central out, as you are at home.
Right.
Yes. And that helped us out tremendously last year.
And a guy we hadn't really talked about so far in the pregame, but Eric O'Leary, I think he's going to have a big role in this game, because he's going to have to fill that perimeter void that Hunter Boone has left.
Right.
As far as Hunter's shooting prowess, really good catch-and-shoot guy. He gets the shot up pretty quick.
He's a catch-and-shoot guy. It was something that he has worked on so much this year that O'Leary that he can do is that he can make a move to the basket. He's not afraid to drive in anymore. I mean, going up against any team, it doesn't bother him. He regains his composure real well. He drives in a little bit better than what Hunter Boone can. Hunter likes to catch and shoot. I mean, that's his kind of thing, and it works for him because he's got that the strength to be able to make those shots. And he can shoot like that all night. And if that's your shot, that's fine. But I think O'Leary can really come in, hit those 10-footers, hit those 12-footers, stuff like that. And he's got those long arms. He can shoot over people too. So yeah, I mean that's what, like you said, Evan. It's going to be those type of things that are going to have to make the difference.
And when
a well-balanced shooting night is going to be key.
And when you've got that dual threat of shoot and you can dribble and drive, you can do the pump fake, go around your guy, go up, draw a foul, go up strong, aggressive to the basket. So this is a game that Eric O'Leary really needs to have a nice showing for us as well.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of X factor. And, we talk about this in a lot of games. Honest to goodness, it's going to be a team effort more than it is anything else. I know we've talked about Preston Turley, but like you said, between O'Leary and Turley and players that have proven themselves. Tyree. And with Tyree, do you see him down there?
Yes.
Yeah, there he is right there. Okay, I've been looking for him there. He's still got his warm-up on there. But, I mean, this is potentially, if you lose, this is his last game in a Rocket uniform as well. He's kind of been in a slump here lately. It's all due to injury. So if he can come out, showing that he can, set that and help fill that role as well. I'm just so interested in seeing. I'm like you. I'm from the personnel side of things, I'm really interested in seeing what Coach Hodge is going to do here, and if they can kind of get into a rhythm, and what kind of rotations they're going to have. This is going to be fun.
Yeah. And the other two seniors, Gavin and Sean O'Leary, also we mentioned Sawyer and Hunter, so I don't want to leave them out either. But yeah, Gavin. Get him out there, mix things up, play physical basketball. He does all the dirty stuff, rebound, play solid defense. So it's going to be interesting, Tyler. About 12 seconds out, we're going to do the anthem.
I don't know if we're going to do the anthem or if they're going to what kind of announcements they're going to make. I figured they do the anthem before the first game.
Okay.
But if that's the case, if they don't do the anthem right now, James, do the prayer in our next commercial break. If that'll be how we'll have to do it. If they don't do the anthem right now. I'm trying to listen I'm going to listen in on what they're doing at the scorers table.
Yeah, we've got
I'm having a hard time hearing them. It's not turned up at all. But we'll have starting lineups and stuff. It looks like we're prepared for starting lineups right now. But
I think we are.
Well, I know they make announcements in terms of they recognize certain players before the game, so. Or they're announcing the lineups anyway.
But yes.
The full lineups.
Like you said, Tyler,
the full roster.
Can't hear anything.
I'm kind of I don't know if you wanted to make this known, but you do like it when we play in this gym. I like it when we play in this gym. It's a fun gym.
Yes.
But the sound system's not totally great, but, it's not totally great anywhere.
Yeah, there's always a good atmosphere here in this gym, and where we're up top here, you have a good view of what's going on and everything, and it's – it's close in. Everybody's kind of close. You can feel the excitement and the energy.
Right. Well, and something else too. It's one of those things that kind of gives you a feeling of a new sort of gym, but with the kind of the old cracker box kind of feel to it as well.
Right. That old school feel.
I love Rocket Arena. It kind of what makes it. It makes Crittenden County sports special in a way because of the fact you have your own standalone arena that you get to play in. But it's so big and open that it unless it's a really close game, you just don't have that same energy like you used to have.
Yeah, nothing was quite like the old gym over at the middle school there.
Right.
That was some pretty fun times in that gym. And we were young whenever that was happening, but it was still good.
All right, we got starting lineups coming up right now. Let's see. When I say starting lineups, they might still be getting for the they're doing the lineups for Livingston Central first. With it being, district tournament, they call a few audibles here. Something else, too, Evan, I wanted to make mention of in terms of scoring. You know, I was going to make mention this as well. You know, we talked about how big of an impact Gabe had 16 points against these guys last time. I mean, I think he had the team high against them too. So, you know, he seems to have a good scoring night against these guys. Definitely will have to do the same thing again here tonight.
Yeah, definitely, Taylor. And, you know, three-point defense for Rockets is going to be huge tonight.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
T-Roy Ringstaff shoots 44% from three, courtesy of Chris Evans. I got these stats off of the press website there.
Right. He put all the stats up there.
44% from three is excellent.
Now we got starting lineups coming up here. Got Eric O'Leary, Tyler Boone, Gabe Mott. I thought I missed the first player, but I think we're still all right. We got Gavin Dickerson, who is starting for your Crittenden County Rockets. So is Sawyer Tyree and Preston Turley.
So we've got Tyler starting for Hunter tonight.
Yeah, so Tyler
just
will be
switch
starting
the brothers out.
Right. So I'll say that again before I'll switch over and I'll mention it again here in a second. Sorry, they're doing it so fast I can't hear the announcer. I apologize. All right. We'll do stats the best we can tonight. All right, number, let's see, 22, that is Downey. Cameron Head. Let's see if I can get that there. And number 14, that is T-Roy Ringstaff. Number 25, that is Bryce Stein. And who was the first one there? Did you see him, Evan?
Taylor, I did not.
They're in the huddle. I'll get him as soon as he comes out. Sorry about that, folks. Like I said, just sort of playing things off the cuff a little bit. Yeah, and it's number 3. That was Mayhew, by the way. Mayhew was the first one there. And, of course, your Rockets ready to get things going here tonight. You'll have to. We're doing makeshift notes here tonight, Evan.
Hey, Tyler, I'm used to that. That's all I do with football. So you're perfect.
All right, here we go. Tip off. Got Stein and Turley, and Livingston Central will control it to start off with. Cameron Head trying to get the offense going already. Downey will hand it off to Ringstaff there. Ringstaff drive into Head. Head bounces it back out. Shot is up. It is rebounded by Stein. It's over to Cameron Head in the corner. 3 rattles around, misses. Stein with the putback is up and good.
2 offensive rebounds on that trip for the Cardinals there. It cost the Rockets 2 points, Taylor.
Yeah, and that's one of the things they're not going to have to just cut down on giving up offensive boards to them. So Crittenden will have their chance for the first offensive possession here tonight. Mott will have it near half court. He calls up Turley. Turley will take it. Now he's at the top of the key. Takes one dribble over to Tyler Boone on the left side. Quick pass into Turley. Turley has it stolen away by Mayhew. So a Rocket turnover to start things off with here. Cameron Head over to Ringstaff. Ringstaff takes a dribble in. He's at the cherry stripe underneath. Shot is up. It is stripped away. Ends up back in the hands, though, of Livingston Central, as Cameron Head's three-pointer will be no good. And they're going to say it went off on... They're going to say it went off of Livingston Central, so the Rockets will take over.
That was a good strip by Gavin Dickerson down low. But, you know, so far Livingston's coming up with all the hustle plays, all the loose balls. Rockets need to get on the floor and get those loose balls.
Thank goodness Cameron Head didn't hit any of those shots he's putting up right now. At the other end, Tyree will have it. He's being guarded by Cameron Head. Livingston Central out man-to-man. Mott shooting a 3 early, hits it.
Good sign.
Mott, he wasted absolutely no time.
No time. Catch and shoot.
On the other end now, Cameron Head being guarded by Mott. Rockets. Gives it down low. Now underneath the Stein. Stein's shot is up. It's blocked by Turley, and he comes up with it.
Really good defense by Preston.
Big time block. On the other end, Mott over to Dickerson. Dickerson takes one dribble in, back out to Mott, now near half court. Mott driving in, has a pick set for him. Instead goes the other direction. Now out to Dickerson. Dickerson picks his dribble up. Now gets it back out to Mott. Mott, he's going to drive in into the paint. Switches off to Tyree. Tyree for three. No, it's short. Being thrown around. And looks like Mott will just throw it out of bounds to keep from having a fast break there. Mott does all he can do. He almost hit that handrail there. It's a good thing he didn't.
So far, the Rockets have played pretty good defense. They've had active hands, some blocks, some strips, so that's good to see.
On the other end, Head gives it up to Downey. Downey goes on by a pick set for him, gets it up to Head. Head takes a dribble in, almost walks with it. Rockets wanted to walk, but Rocket fans wanted to walk rather, but comes up the other end. Mott has it stripped, and they're going to say it was went off of a Livingston Central player. So again, kind of like what we saw when it started off when we played them at home this last time. Nobody's really been able to hit a groove yet as Rockets get it out, and it's going to be an over and back. No, it'll be saved, but it is a turnover by the Rockets. Rockets have 2 turnovers now as Ringstaff will have it. He drives into the charity stripe, now out to Cameron Head. Cameron now back out to Ringstaff. Ringstaff off to Downey. Downey hits it down low into Mayhew. Mayhew back out to Downey again as they're just trying to play what they can. As you can tell from how many passes, they're in a 2-3 zone against these Cardinals right now. As Ringstaff wide open for 3. It's way long. It ends up in the hands of Turley. And now Rockets with 4:45 left to go. They are currently up by 1, 3-2. I think that's the first time I've said the score, but I haven't really had a chance to, folks, as it's been kind of fast-paced. Tyler Boone takes 2 dribbles in. Now back over to Mott. Mott looking over to the bench for instructions. Now he's on the way. He's being guarded by Downey. Feeds it into Turley. Turley up against Stein. Drives in. Shot is up. He misses. Put back is up. He makes it.
First post touch we've seen from Turley tonight. Made a nice move, went up, missed it, but was able to grab his own rebound, put the 2 points in. Good sign so far starting off for the Rockets.
Keep an eye on that battle between Stein and Turley. That's going to be big in this game. Now we have at the other end Downey back out to Cameron Head as these Rockets still in that 2-3. Gives it back up. Downey near half court has a pick set for him. He goes around. Now up to Head. Head swings it over to Ringstaff. Ringstaff back out to Mayhew. Mayhew goes in. He's going all the way in. Puts the shot up. Misses. Stein with the rebound, and now he's going to have to foul. He draws the foul. I think it's going to be on Turley.
And Turley rotated over to try to block that shot. There wasn't anybody there to box out Stein, and he was able to come up with it. And obviously, as you mentioned, Turley fouled him.
Something else, too, free throws are going to be a big deal in this game as well, even more so than usual. Both these teams can hit them. Steins is up. He drains it.
Rockets have played really good defense to start off this first quarter. Really active hands. There's been a lot of deflections and block shots, and just good to see them being active.
That's what it's going to take to win this ball game, too. Anytime you're playing a district opponent like this, you have to make up the difference. Shot is up. He hits the second one as well. So he makes good on a pair of them there with 3:41 left to go. Rockets hanging on to a 1-point lead here at Livingston Central, opening round 5th district tournament. It's across half court. Mott almost loses it. Instead gets it in the hands of Dickerson. Dickerson down low to Tyler Boone. Tyler Boone underneath draws the foul. Tyler Boone is a foul drawing machine. He can get a bunch of players into foul trouble early, man, because he is not afraid to drive in on people.
It was a good entry pass by Dickerson, and Boone was able to just muscle it up, draw the foul, and sink these free throws.
Foul's going to be on Stein. That's his first one. Tyler Boone's first free throw is short.
Little flat on the shot. Need to get a little more leg underneath that.
Release
up on the tippy toes.
The release was a little bit awkward there, but just getting out the jitters here. We'll see Eric O'Leary's first action of the night. Shot is up.
Much better.
This one looks really good, and it hits that one. That'll be his first points of the night. On the other end, Mayhew back out to Cameron Head. They're setting up the offense now. He'll let Mayhew, or I say Mayhew, excuse me, that's Downey. Downey take it back up now. Head goes by a pick set by Stein.
Oh,
now
good.
underneath the Mayhew, and Mayhew, they make that cut look easy.
That was a really nice pass and cut by the Cardinals.
6-6 all tied up here with 3:04 left to go in the first quarter. Turley takes one dribble, swings it over to Tyler Boone. Now Tyler drives in. Big pass underneath it to Turley as Turley is going to draw the foul.
Yeah.
Listen, there was contact.
There was. It almost looked like he lost the ball before he went up.
He did.
But he kind of hesitated, which drew Livingston up, and he was able to draw the foul.
Livingston head coach not really favoring that foul very much, or that call very much, but it is what it is, and that's Stein's second foul, by the way. And Turley, first shot is off the mark, man, and here we go again. With these foul shots are going to be so integral to this game, man. So important to this game. Shot is up. Rattles off, but O'Leary is there with the rebound. Offensive rebounds, they did the same. We did the same thing. We had a couple big offensive rebounds off of missed free throws. You remember in the first game, it gets overshadowed by that one missed defensive one that we had. As Eric O'Leary's three is up, rattles off the mark, and it'll be picked up by Downey. Downey.
Nice behind the back.
It wasn't nice behind the back there. Gets it over to Cameron Head now. Inside to Head. Head back out to Downey. Downey decides to shoot a three. It is rebounded by O'Leary. Now out to Mott. Mott slowing things down. 6-6, 2:15 left in the first quarter. Rockets have the ball currently. Turley near the top of the key, gets it over to Mott. Mott in the face of Stein. Yes.
If they're not going to come up on him and guard that, shoot it every single time. It's 2 for 2.
Another three-pointer by Mott. 9-6 is the score. Mott out for blood here tonight, it looks like.
Yes, sir.
Ringstaff gives it up to Mayhew. Now over to Head, trying to figure out this zone, but they haven't had luck with it so far. Downey drives in. Mayhew underneath. Shot is up and one.
And Turley did a good job of rotating down to contest that shot, and that was kind of a weak call in my mind, Taylor.
Two big guys both have fouls on them now. Stein has 2 for Livingston Central. Turley has 2 for Crittenden. We'll send Mayhew to the line for 2. First one is up. Hits off the mark. Or excuse me, rather, it was a three-point play. He was trying to make a three-point play out of it, sorry. But he misses it, so they only get 2 out of it. Rockets will take over here. My fault, I was looking at the scorer's book. Turley over to Tyree now. Back into Turley. Turley loses control of it. Stein will come away with the steal.
Oh, man, Taylor.
I know. And now Turley's going to get his third foul.
In the first quarter.
So that's big. That's a big deal. So now we'll see Dickerson coming in to replace him. And that was a foul near half court. And not necessary.
Way behind the action. And I wasn't watching it because it was that far behind the action, Taylor, so I'm not quite sure what happened, but the Livingston player did fall down.
Heck of a break for Livingston Central coming off of that, because he has been, so important to this game so far. So now that Turley is out, we'll see if Dickerson can make up the difference there against Stein, who's got 2 of his own fouls, that is. Downey drives in, now backs out to Ringstaff. Ringstaff up against Tyree. Decides to give it back up near the top of the key. Now Downey drives in, backs it back out to Cameron Head. Thinks about the shot, gets it into Stein. They're going to try to work him now, and he gets 2 points.
So now you have no defensive presence in the post or offensive presence in the post. So this is going to have to be a perimeter-oriented first half, because I highly doubt we're not going to see Turley the rest of the first half.
No, we don't need to anyway. It would be a disaster if he got another one. Mott for 3, rattles around. No, but Rockets will keep it. Mayhew not agreeing with the call there. Looked like he had some words with the ref there. He's still talking to the ref.
Yeah, he is, and I'm pretty sure that he did tip that ball out of a Rocket hand.
No, we had a good look at it. It went off on him. And now,
what, kickball?
Yeah. So Mott will have it underneath our own basket to bring it in. Gets it in out to Tyler Boone. Now over to O'Leary. Now back over to Mott. Back to O'Leary. He loses it through his hands, and it's taken away by Downey. Call a timeout, Coach, as he misses the shot, and it's going to go out of bounds off of, I believe, I'm going to say it went off on Livingston.
So that was
a big break.
Big break.
Talk about.
Missed a wide open layup.
Yeah, and went through the hands of O'Leary, and then O'Leary didn't go and fight for it near half court. Downey took it away, missed the shot, and it goes off, and it was a huge break for us. And now you'll see Carlson for the first time tonight coming in to replace O'Leary, as O'Leary is visibly frustrated.
And a bad entry pass by Mott there.
Yeah,
he kind of was in between, didn't know if he wanted to bounce past it or just throw it, and he should have bounced past it, but he didn't.
Well, again, you have a mismatch. It's you that's the underdog there underneath now, as they're trying to still feed it in there, not working. Tyree's going to drive into the paint, puts the shot up, tries to draw the foul, gets his own rebound. and he dribbles out with it.
Good job to just
Over to Mott.
regain composure there, get it out.
Now back over to Tyree. 4-3, it looks good. Rattles around, no good. Put back is good, though, by Dickerson. Put back midair.
Big time put back at the end of the first quarter. Taylor beat the buzzer, and anytime you can get any offense from him, it's all gravy.
So there you go. Rockets with that will take the lead over 11-10 after the end of the first quarter. We'll be starting the second quarter here in a second. Give us 30 there, James.
Are you looking for an alternative to back and neck surgery? Dr. Christopher Wynn at Hometown Chiropractic Center can help. Whether you're suffering from degenerative disc disease, bulging disc, herniated disc, radiating arm pain, sciatica, or neuropathy, Dr. Christopher Wynn at Hometown Chiropractic Center can help determine if you're a candidate for chiropractic care. Dr. Christopher Wynn at Hometown Chiropractic Center offers a complimentary consultation and on-site x-ray. Call 270-965-7002. That's 270-965-7002. Or walk-ins are welcome Monday and Wednesday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 10 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. And Fridays from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. They're even available on Saturday from 9 until noon. Dr. Christopher Wynn at Hometown Chiropractic Center. Rockets, they've got your back.
This is Rocket Sports on River Country 102.7.
Rockets will take the first possession here in the second quarter. They're up by 1 right now, 11-10. Carlson still in here. Gets the ball in. Dickerson shot is up, short. Save. No, it's back in the hands of Dickerson. Dickerson with another 2 points as he comes off. Mayhew tried to save it from going out of bounds, and Dickerson, we're catching some breaks right now, but Dickerson showing up here.
Yeah.
He knows how important this game is for him as well. Downey.
Oh.
Shot is up. It's tipped. Mayhew there to save it. Gets it in the hands of Stein. Stein misses the shot. Oh, they're going to say he traveled. No foul. Rockets catch another break.
Gavin Dickerson really stepping up with Turley out in this game. He's got 4 quick points.
He's got to, too, man. And there you go again. How important it is. Cross half court. Mott in the hands of over to Tyree. Now back out to Mott. Now back to Tyree again. Tyree takes one dribble. Now over to Carlson. Carlson, they're going up against this zone as well. They're more of a 3-2 zone. Cameron Head out there trying to get the defense settled in a little bit. Now Carlson will have it back out to Tyree. Tyree pump fake, drives in. Now back out to Dickerson. Dickerson trying to feed it into Tyler Boone. Instead opts out and gives it to Tyree. Now Carlson on the right side. Like I said, trying to figure this zone out. It's up to Tyree. Tyree tried to get it in, goes off the foot of Mayhew, who tried to feed it in down low to Boone. They're trying to work him in the mix.
If they could get it to him in the post, he could draw some fouls, Taylor, because he's got the size advantage as far as muscle goes.
And if Stein could get a third foul early here in the second quarter, it could really help us out for the rest of this half until we can get Turley back in the mix. Dickerson down low. Shot is up. He hits this one. He's got 6 points tonight.
Woo!
15-10 is the score.
Gavin, that
Rockets up.
Playing really, really good offense so far.
Downey has a pick set for him by Mayhew. Goes around. Carlson doesn't give up. Keeps on with him. Now over to Head. Head back out to Downey. Downey for 3. No. Rebound. Rockets. Mott across half court. Now back to Tyree. Now they're going to try to play. Swing it around a little bit. Try to figure out some things here. Trying to feed it in there to Tyler. Still trying to work him into the mix. Mott thinks about a 3. Now over to Tyree. 4-3. Short. But Dickerson is there with the rebound. The putback's up and he hits it.
He's got 8 in a row, Taylor. 8 points in a row for Gavin Dickerson.
Gavin Dickerson.
Game of his life so far.
Is playing like a crazy man right now.
He is.
That was almost by like over his shoulder.
It was. That was a good shot.
Stein down low, feeds it off to Mayhew. Mayhew misses the shot. Stein with the rebound. Putback is up and good. So their shooting drought comes to an end there, as that's the first points of the quarter here. Rockets hanging on to a 5-point lead with 5:10 left to go here in the first half. Carlson feeds it into Tyler Boone. Now over to Dickerson. Dickerson. Now back out to Carlson. Now they're going to call a timeout. We'll keep it here.
So Gavin, 8 points in a row. though he has at least 2 rebounds, he's played some excellent basketball in this second quarter.
Yeah, I'm
sparked it at the end of the first with the putback. But, man,
this is one of those things where you were talking about in football season. It's with football, it's a little bit different because it can be one play that sparks something. But it's more so about the player itself. Who's going to step up? We saw it against Campbellsville. I hate to – with you being the football guy, I try to make these comparisons. You saw Lamey. Lamey was the guy that sparked our offense. First down, really came out, and that's what kept us going. It's Dickerson right now who's keeping us, I don't want to say afloat, but what it is you've got Stein down low, who you have to have Turley there too. They're essentially, same body size. They play, about even in terms of getting those rebounds and stuff. So now you have a height disadvantage down low, but Dickerson, he has taken advantage of the opportunities. He's been in the right place in the right time, and he's followed through.
Yeah, and he's a guy that you typically on a night-to-night basis, you're probably not going to get 8 to 10 points out of him.
Right.
But if you can get this kind of production from him now, and it opens stuff up for everybody else, look out.
Carlson gets it into Mott. Mott, cross half court. Has a pick set for him by Tyler Boone, drives in. Now Carlson dives into the paint. Now Tyler Boone's going to get into the paint. He goes all the way in and scores. So they figured out a way to penetrate this zone here and still find a way to score down low.
Right. Carlson had a good handoff to Boone and a really good drive and finish by Tyler.
Downey over to Stein. Stein back out to Downey. Downey drives the baseline, pants off to Mayhew. Yeah. And hits the shot, and they just drew defenders away there.
He was able to get past Gavin, and that set it all up, opened it all up for him.
And that's going to be tough to deal with until we can get Turley back also. 14-19, Rockets up by 5. 14-13 left to go here. Or excuse me, 4-10 left to go here in the first half. Mott gets around a pick. Long 2-footer. Rattles around. Stein there with the rebound. Not a good shot choice there.
It was not. I'd like to see him work it a little more.
Downey over to Mayhew. Mayhew long 2. No, actually he gets off to Stein. Stein's shot is off the mark. Good defensive stand by the Rockets. Refs letting them play here tonight. 3:45 left to go. Rockets still hanging on to a 5-point lead. Brings Dickerson up. Dickerson will get the ball. He's near the top of the key. Hands off to Tyree. Tyree drives around. And it's stolen away by Mayhew. If Tyree can get there to help, Mayhew scores easily.
Taylor, I like that dribble drive motion that they did with Boone earlier, going to his left, his strong hand. I'd like to see some more of that.
Mott goes in himself off the right side and one. He'll go to the line. Let's see, to make sure he counts it. He counted it. So that'll be 16-21 now. Rockets on top, and Mott will have a chance to make 3 points out of it, Evan.
Yeah, big time and one. Good
he
drive.
Drove in on the right side, too, by the way.
And he finished through the contact and made the basket.
We will see substitution. Kitchens will actually come in now for Livingston Central. Mott have a chance here to make 3 points out of it, and indeed he does. 9 points for him tonight. 22-16 Rockets. Stretch the lead out to 6 now with that. Downey drives in, now back out to Kitchens. Kitchens now back over to Cameron Head. Running the offense, bringing Mayhew up, now over to Kitchens. Wide open, but they're going to give him space. Mayhew, long 2. No, way off the mark.
Way off.
Rockets, good defense there.
I think we'll let him take that shot all night.
And we will. Tyler Boone drives the baseline, puts the shot up. Ooh, almost finishes.
Almost got it.
But he does draw the foul. He'll go to the line for 2.
If you get Tyler Boone dribbling to the basket with that kind of momentum, he's going to get fouled.
Yeah, I know. So here we go. Now who's this on? It is on Kitchens. That's his first. Team's 4th on the night. Or yes, team's 4th.
Really like the way
got the other one there.
They're going to the basket, forcing Livingston's hand. They're being the aggressor.
Tyler Boone misses his first one there. Well, we missed 3 so far, 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think it's 4.
Points,
I think that was 4.
Second shot on the way, also misses it, and it goes off the hands of Mayhew. It'll stay with the Rockets.
It was a good job by Carlson to just stay in there and mix it up and get the Livingston guy to hit it off him.
So Rockets come up with another break there as it just goes off the foot of Mayhew. Looks like he just couldn't get to it in time as gets it out to Sawyer Tyree. Now back over to Tyler Boone. Boone. Now back over to Dickerson. Dickerson brings up, gives it, just hands it off to Mott. Now they're looking over to Coach Hodge for instruction. Brings Carlson across the baseline down there to come back up. Sends Tyree as well. Trying to swing it over to Tyree. Gets it to Tyree. Now back over to Carlson. Now back out to Mott. 2:26 left to play in the first half. Rockets up 22-16 here at Livingston Central. Opening round, 5th District Tournament. Feeds it down low to Dickerson. Dickerson off to Tyler Boone. He drives in, and they're going to say a charge, and that was a charge. Got a little overzealous there.
Yeah.
That'll be his first, I do believe. Team's 4th. Rocket fans not really happy about that, but I'm going to be honest with you. It was.
He tried to out of control.
Well, I think he's just trying to draw another foul.
Yeah.
And they were ready that time. Downey gets across half court with it, met by Carlson. Carlson now back down into Mayhew. Mayhew, double team, gets out to Kitchens. Kitchens, long 4-footer, hits it. I say long 4-footer. He put about 20 feet of arc on that shot.
Yeah, that was a arced up shot, and two Rockets coming down to help and left him wide open.
Cuts it to a 2-point possession with that one, cuts it to a 4-point game with that one. I'll get it out in a second. Carlson drives in now over to Tyree. Tyree still trying to penetrate this zone here. They've had a little bit of luck early in this quarter. See what they can do here. Mott for 3. Yeah, oh no, it rattles around. Jinxed him. I'm sorry about that, Mott. That's my fault, bud. It looked pretty. It looked really good. 1:21 left to go here. Rockets only hanging on to a 4-point lead. Mayhew up against Dickerson. Back out to Kitchens. Kitchens. Shot is up. No. Mayhew, big man rebound. Misses his putback, and Tyree is there. So Mayhew couldn't finish. Rockets is getting a lot of breaks. That's a big part of what's going on right now.
Several easy shots that Livingston has missed.
Steins missed them. Steins not in the game right now, by the way, as the Rockets are taking advantage of Mayhew. Mayhew's just not having a good game so far. He really hasn't. He hadn't, had a lot of shots go off missed a lot of rebounds, underneath the basket, came up with a couple tough breaks,
Yeah.
And also missed some shots down low as well.
Hasn't gotten a groove.
Mott dribbling out here. Rockets taking their time. We're inside 30 seconds now. 22-18. Rockets hanging on to a 4-point lead. They're going to take it down as much as they can. Downey inching his way up a little bit, trying to meet Mott. But that's why having Mott is so good for us. I still say he's the best point guard here in the district, as they're going to, they give him space. They know how dangerous he is. Dickerson over to Carlson. Carlson over to Tyree. 4-3. Yes!
Big time shot.
Woo! 5 seconds. Let's see if Cameron Head can match it. He drives in. He's going all the way in himself. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. So 0.6 seconds left to go, and they let Cameron Head go all the way down and score. But Tyree, I do like the shot from Tyree, though.
Yeah, that's good to see him.
Well, and I think they were thinking that Cameron Head was going he was just going to, pass it out at the last second, but he took it all the way to the hole and drew the foul.
Yeah, good finish for the and one, and that was good to see Sawyer hit that 3, just see the shot go in. Maybe that'll get him jump-started.
Shot is up. Rattles around, falls. So Cameron will make 3 points out of that one. Tyree trying to get it in with 0.6 left to go. And there you go. That'll be how the first half will end. Rockets up 4 here at home. A lot of questions to be answered. We're going to head to break for, head to break for 3 minutes, James, and do the prayer during that as well if we haven't done it yet. With them not doing the anthem tonight, make sure we get that in as well. And we'll be right back right after this. Max 2 Custom Tint and Detail is now offering $15 Fridays. For $15, you can bring your car or truck in, and the professionals at Max 2 will give it a quick exterior hand wash. And there's no appointment needed for $15 Fridays. You can just bring your car in, and Max 2 will take it from there. But if your car is in need of a little more care, Max 2 can help you out there as well, with regular washes starting at $40. And did you know that Max 2 Custom Tint and Detail can also order any accessory you need for your car or truck? That's right, new aftermarket accessories delivered the very next day. And don't forget about the window tinting. The professionals at Max 2 have been in the window tinting business for over 30 years. Max 2 Custom Tint and Detail is located on South Main Street in Marion, right across from Siemens.
The hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30. At Max 2 Custom Tint and Detail, they've got a wash that'll fit anyone's budget. Call them today for an appointment at 270-965-7004. That's Max 2 Custom Tint and Detail at 270-965-7004.
Saving money can be hard, but we make it easy at Farmers Bank and Trust Company. Our sensible saving tucks away a little extra every time you use your Farmers Bank Visa debit card. Let's say you spend $10.60 at the store. That rounds up to $11, which is what will come out of your checking account. The store gets their portion, and the remaining 40 cents goes to your savings account. It's that easy. It's a great way to save without even thinking about it. Come in today and sign up and start saving. Farmers Bank and Trust Company. Member FDIC.
Click, snap, submit. Making a deposit into your Farmers Bank checking account is now that easy. The 24/7 mobile app allows you to take a picture of the check you would like to deposit anytime from anywhere. It's fast, safe, and it works within your schedule. With only a 50-cent charge, this convenient feature will save you time and money. All you have to have is an account to deposit to, the Farmers Bank app found in both the iTunes and Google Play stores, and a phone with a camera. It's as simple as that. So click away now to make your next deposit. Farmers Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
Saving money can be hard, but we make it easy at Farmers Bank and Trust Company. Our sensible saving tucks away a little extra every time you use your Farmers Bank Visa debit card. Let's say you spend $10.60 at the store. That rounds up to $11, which is what will come out of your checking account. The store gets their portion, and the remaining 40 cents goes to your savings account. It's that easy. It's a great way to save without even thinking about it. Come in today and sign up and start saving. Farmers Bank and Trust Company. Member FDIC.
Marion True Value, located on Sturgis Road in Marion, is your local stop for Ready Seal Stain. Available in 8 colors. It's oil-based durable with no cracking, peeling, flaking, or chipping. Ready Seal Stain can be applied with a sprayer, roller, or brush, making it easy to apply. It's both protective and beautiful and enhances the natural look of your wood. Only at Marion True Value on Sturgis Road, because behind every project is Marion True Value, serving Marion and the surrounding communities since 1977.
This is Chris Finley at First United Bank. I'm so happy to be spending time back in my hometown. Since we've opened our banking center here in Marion, the response has been amazing. It's been great seeing so many friends and neighbors. Thank you to the community for the wonderful support you've shown us. From all of us at First United Bank, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
This is Rocket Sports on River Country 102.7.
Back here at Livingston Central, you're listening to Rocket Basketball on River Country 102.7. About 6 minutes exactly before we get the second half underway. Rockets hanging on to a 4-point lead right now, Evan. We got a lot to go over. We'll do some scoring totals first before we can do anything else. We'll start on Livingston Central's end. Cameron Head with 3, Stein with 8, Mayhew with 6, and Kitchens with 2 right now. No three-pointers. I'll just go ahead and say it for there. I have to make that mention of that as well.
That's big.
I don't want to jinx it, but at the same time, that's notable, and we'll talk about that in a minute as well. Moving over to the Rocket side of things, Tyree has 3, Gabe Mott with 9, Gavin Dickerson with 8, Preston Turley with 2, and Boone with 3 tonight. And Tyler Boone in as well as Hunter Boone is out with a concussion for tonight's game. Hate that for him, but anyway, Rockets so far, they're contending with them. They're hanging with them. A 4-point lead is nothing to, have any kind of security about at this point, especially how dangerous, they can be with the 3. They haven't made it work tonight. Obviously, you think some of the adjustments they're going to be making at halftime will include trying to get more shots around the perimeter maybe. I don't know. Go for it.
What's been impressive about it is the defensive game that the Rockets have had, just holding Livingston to 21 points, and as you mentioned, no threes. And something we were talking about during the break is Livingston's leading scorer, Ringstaff, has not scored 1 single point tonight.
Right.
So that is big time, and that really speaks to how well the Rockets are playing on the defensive end of the ball. I felt like coming into this game, if we had a chance to win, we were going to have to keep it somewhere in the 40s, low to mid 40s, and that's kind of the pace we're on for right now. Pushing 50 maybe, but if we could just keep Livingston in around 40 to 45 points, we have a really good chance to win this ball game.
One thing to keep in mind, oh, by the way, you're listening to the Farmers Bank halftime show here on River Country 102.7. Sorry, it's so exciting right now. I'm trying to keep on my, P's and Q's. Let's see what we've got here. So you're getting Turley back now after, a long break there, as Livingston Central's student section, I've noticed, have brought back out the plywood rocket that they have. And they have it every game, and they're going to try to,
Let's talk about the Turley situation, Taylor.
Sorry, I had to make mention of that.
Would you put him in right now coming out of the second half with the way that things finished up in the third quarter? I mean, obviously, if things will go south, put him in. But would you maybe, if the game stays the way it is, maybe save him for that fourth quarter?
It depends on what Stein does. I kind of like what you're thinking there. Maybe keep in the same guys that you've got right now. You saw that against, didn't you? Well, didn't we see that against Livingston Central? They kind of kept him out for a while. Now, granted, he picked up that quick foul again.
Yes.
But still on top of that, we've had other games too, I think, where they've kind of come out of the gates or come out of the locker room kind of with that mindset of kind of see where it goes. Maybe kind of keep the same. I don't know. It depends on, like I said, depends on what Stein does. You have to imagine one of them is going to be back in, whether that's Stein or whether that's Turley. If Stein comes in, starts getting a lot of rebounds, or if he has like 2 putbacks or so, yeah, I think you have to at that point.
Yeah, I think the kind of the way that things go for Livingston dictates how you can play Turley, but just kind of the groove and the way things were going for us. If it kept up that pace. And you want him playing in the game because he's obviously a difference maker, and you don't want him to you want him to get in a groove or something, but you also don't want him to pick up that quick foul that we have seen him do, multiple times this season. It's an interesting thing to just think about, and we'll see obviously what Coach Hodge is thinking here in about minute 58 seconds. And something else we talked about on the pregame is this is the most important part of this game is how we start this third quarter.
Right.
If we come out in a slump,
right,
and can't hit anything, can't get anything to go down, can't get into offensive rhythm, this is very, very critical, very important how this third quarter starts.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing about it too. And it's one of these things. It's looking like it's going to end up being another good Rocket Livingston showdown here tonight, or at least that's what it's shaping up to be. The only thing I'm worried about, I'm worried about it, but I think they'll be okay is if they can not get into a drought. If they can just if they can come out and play with the same intensity and play with that same, fire that I know they've got, second chance opportunities, putbacks, all this, that, and the other, I think will be, it's going to be close. That's just how it's going to be. No one's going to run away with this one.
And you have to think of, how long are you going to be able to keep Ringstaff scoreless?
Well,
he's more than likely going to score in this game. Leading scorer, shoots 44% from 3. It's going to be hard to keep him out of this ball game.
That's a big reason why they haven't scored a 3 yet. As the same thing is that you've been seeing Mayhew got a ton of touches in the first half, and Kitchens came in for a while. So we'll just have to kind of keep an eye on what Livingston Central does with that. But overall, I'm with you, Evan. You can't keep him quiet all night. You cannot.
And Livingston,
because he's a senior, I'm pretty sure on that. So this is one of those things where he's going to,
And they're thinking, they're saying the same thing. They're saying, we got to get our best scorer involved in this game. So I'm sure they're going to come out and they're going to try to do things to get him open shots, and try to get him going in the second half.
And I've got Downey who's scoreless as well. Now, I might have attributed the basket to the wrong person or something. If I am, I'm sorry about that, folks. Again, this is all unofficial. But, that's another guy, too, who has the ability to hit shots as well. You got him.
And as you mentioned, no threes.
No threes?
No threes.
I know, and that's a big part of it.
And I don't even know if they've shot maybe 2 or 3. It's not like they've come out and they've just, tried shooting them, try to get their threes going.
Yeah, there's been a couple of them, but they've all been off the mark.
Yeah.
I want to say Mayhew took a couple of attempts, but.
And I think Head missed one in the corner.
Yeah, we'll see how many possessions it takes before they pull the trigger on another one. And you might be seeing it right now as Livingston Central will come out. You've been listening to the Farmers Bank halftime show right here on River Country 102.7. Rockets, that 2-3 again. Now back on the other end, we've got it to Ringstaff. Now back out to Downey. Downey out to Cameron Head. Cameron thought about a 3, gets it out to Stein. Stein against Turley. Now back out to Mayhew. Now over to Cameron Head. As a pick set for him by Stein, goes around. Now over to Ringstaff for 3. No, off the mark. Rockets are fighting for it. Now we got a foul. Who's it going to be on?
I think it's going to be on Gabe.
So it is going to be on Gabe. That'll be his second, I do believe. No, it's his first. Unless I don't have him attributed for the right one. Yeah, it's his first.
So coming out, got
Ringstaff
shooting a 3.
Got Ringstaff shooting a 3. Thank goodness it was off the mark, though. Gets it down into Head. Now against Stein. Stein on Turley, trying to get that foul. Stripped away by Dickerson. Dickerson on the move, picks his dribble up, gets it up to Turley. So big defensive stand. Stein was just focused on getting a foul against Turley. He wasn't even looking for Dickerson.
Yeah, Dickerson stuck around the backside. Really good play by Gavin.
Now over to Gavin. Gavin over to Mott. Gets it into Turley. Turley puts a shot up, misses. It's rebounded by Ringstaff, and he doesn't foul. It was close, but he didn't. On the other end now, Cameron Head, pump fakes, drives in, hands it off, stolen. Oh, no. Stein's able to keep it. Cameron Head now, underneath Mayhew. Shot is able to fall. That'll be 2 points for Mayhew there. And that's going to be how this second half starts off. They've cut it to 2 here, 23-25. Rockets hanging on to a 2-point lead. Turley almost loses control of the basketball there. Picks it up, needs to get rid of it, almost 5 seconds. Gets it to the hands of Dickerson on the right side. Now over to Mott. Mott for 3, no. Off the mark. Fighting for the rebound. Turley's there. Turley goes up with it. Doesn't get fouled. Don't know why. I don't know how, but he didn't. Could have called on 2 people there.
Yeah,
Tyree is able to come down with it. Rockets will reset. Turley at the top of the key. Now over to Tyler Boone. Boone over to Tyree for 3. Yes!
There we go, Sawyer. Sawyer's getting heated up. He's hit his last 2 shots from 3.
Up again now, 28-23, up by 5. Rockets here. 6:05 left to go, third quarter. Back over to Cameron Head now. He's being guarded, well, by Mott at the time. Dribbles through his legs, now over to Downey. Downey over to Stein. Stein looking for Ringstaff. Ringstaff thinks about a 3, drives in, and now we got a charge for Ringstaff. Called for the charge, Rockets take over.
Good play by Mott to stand in there, draw that charge, get the Rockets the ball back.
I know.
Good for Sawyer hitting that 3.
Yeah, I know. Maybe it'll get him, pumped up a little bit there. Here we go. Speaking of Tyree, he's got the ball. He picks his dribble up. Somebody needs to come help. Dickerson is the guy who does. Now he's calling for Mott. Don't move that pivot foot, man. Don't move that pivot foot. Mott. Now back over to Tyler Boone. Trying to get it into Turley. Actually, Tyler's going to go all the way in. Drives all the way in. Misses the shot, though.
Good take, just couldn't finish.
So close, but doesn't hit the mark. On the other end now, Ringstaff. Now back out to Cameron Head for 3. It looks good. It's off the mark, though. Putback by Mayhew does fall, though. That was a good putback by Mayhew.
That was a good putback.
But again, keeping them from that 3.
Got the rebound, didn't ever come down with it, just went right back up.
Rockets back now to a 3-point ball game, up 28-25. Both teams still playing a zone. Actually, I think, now still in that zone, yeah. Tyler Boone. Back out to Sawyer Tyree. Pump fakes. Now over to Dickerson. Now down into Turley. Turley in the corner. He drives the baseline, goes all the way up himself and makes it. They gave him too much space on that one.
Yes. Nice move by Turley. And good start to the second half. Have not seen no scoring drought. Very positive sign.
All right, here we go. Downey. Downey to Cameron Head. Now down to Stein. Stein spin move. Shot up. Misses. Good defensive stand by the Rockets. And it looked like Livingston Central had no composure on that one at all. Here we go. Across half court now. Mott. Now over to Tyree. Tyree back over to Mott. Now down low into Tyler Boone. Boone over to Mott. Now back out to Tyree near the top of the key. Again, just going up against his zone. Swinging it around the perimeter, trying to feed it in. Over to Tyree again. 3:42 left to play. Rockets hanging on to a 5-point lead. Now over to Mott. Still just hanging on to it. Turley almost goes out of bounds with it, but comes down with it. He drives all the way in himself. Good pass off to Dickerson. Dickerson gets fouled, and there you go. They call it, too, and he gets 2 shots for this, too, Evan. This is big. These are big shots right here.
They are, Tyler. Need to hit the free ones when you get them.
Not only that, the foul is on. That's going to be on Mayhew, and that's his first foul. Shot is up. Dickerson misses off the left side there. Another miss, Evan.
It's just the missed ones always come back to get you at the end of that fourth quarter.
They did at that other game.
There we go.
Dickerson hits that one there.
There we go.
Dickerson, 9 points on the night, folks. He's having a senior. This is his senior night right here. Cameron Head back over to Downey on the right side. Now back out to Ringstaff. Almost taken away by Mott. Fed in down low to Stein. Stein's shot is off the mark. And Tyler Boone comes down with the rebound. They're going to try to go up. They're going to call him with the travel. He couldn't hit the brakes fast enough.
He couldn't, Taylor, and I like the idea of him trying to slow it down. But like I said, just couldn't stop in time.
Didn't have enough glue on the shoes there. Now we got 30-second timeout, Livingston Central. And that's a bummer, really, because we got a 6-point lead right now. And that could have made it up to potentially, potentially 10 or potentially 9 points.
Yeah.
So, you're dealing with that. That would have been a big run for us. But now, because of the turnover, and Livingston Central can, kind of curb the momentum a little bit with this timeout.
Yeah, you're talking about a potential pretty good point swing here.
I know.
If they were to hit a 3, instead of it being a 8-point game, it could be a 3-point game.
Don't think for a second they won't pull the trigger on a 3 here, folks. That's the way that they play.
So
they'll shoot through the slump. They don't bother them. And to be quite honest with you, if they start hitting 3s, then this game is this is dangerous territory. Not to mention Turley's on thin ice. They get the ball in. Downey will have it, trying to get it to Ringstaff. He's being guarded as Ringstaff goes all the way in, draws the foul, and he'll go to the line for 1. So there you go. This is that 3. I mean, it's not a 3-point shot, but it's an old-fashioned 3-point possibility here, and so Ringstaff can hit them.
Have a potential for a 5-point swing here.
Mm-hmm.
Rockets had a fast break, could have potentially brought it to 8. Now we're looking at maybe just 3-point lead.
Ringstaff misses it, and it's rebounded by Tyree. So Ringstaff 2 points on the night's all he has right now, and so far it's helping us out. Rockets hanging on to a 4-point lead here. 2:37 left to go in the third quarter. Mott over to Tyree. Carlson tried to didn't get to Carlson, actually gave it to Mott instead. And they're, like I said, just passing back and forth right now, trying to figure things out, trying to keep it at the pace that they want it, and it's helping them right now. Oof, almost had it. That was a scary pass by Carlson, but he's able to keep it from getting it stolen. Now Tyree on the right side. Could have fed it into Tyler Boone there, but didn't. Now they get it into Turley. Turley wide open. Oh, no, try to get it to Boone there. It's deflected off the hands. Mott for 3 now. And it's big man rebound by Mayhew there. That would have been huge, Evan.
In and out.
That's a killer. It goes everywhere but the bottom of the net.
That was a good pass out by Boone to find Mott open.
Stein will have it. He's going up against Turley, trying to draw the foul. Goes around him. Turley's not giving him any space to call the foul there, but they will score 2, so they've cut it to a 2-point ball game, Evan.
Yeah, good move by Stein, and as you said, Taylor, could have been up 8. Now we're only up 2.
Carlson has the ball near the top of the key. Now Tyree. Now, doesn't pass it away. Instead, picks his dribble up, feeds it over to Mott. They need to just settle in a little bit here and don't try to shoot another 3. Just try to feed it down low again. Tyree. Good pass to Turley. Turley, one dribble, shot underneath, hits it. Evan, if he's doing stuff like that, that post is his. If he can do that, because that was a big man move right there.
Definitely.
On the other end, Cameron head for 3. No, misses. And it's rebounded by Carlson. Carlson slowing it down, almost has it taken away. Gets it to Turley. No, actually it goes to Mott. Inside a minute now, Rockets hanging on to the lead.
Yeah, Taylor, we need to start feeding it to Turley. He's
warming up now.
He's making some good moves down there.
And he's not. You have to worry about him getting a charge call when he's in that position. Now they got 5 seconds. So that was that happened before I even noticed it.
Yeah.
So Mott will have 5 seconds called against him. I guess nobody came up to get it.
So again, you have a chance to extend the lead up 4.
I know.
Turnover.
But that's how these games are going to go, because you're in that kind of
right. It's just positions like that where you look at the end of the game and think, well, what?
There we go. Ringstaff over to Mayhew, now out to Cameron Head. Has a pick set hole. It feeds it down low, and that's blocked. Ringstaff's shot is blocked. His putback is no good. Rebound Mayhew. Mayhew's shot is up short. Rebound by Ringstaff, and now we finally have a foul. Who's it on?
I think it's going to be on Carlson.
As long, I mean, that's okay. If it's on Carlson, it's on.
It's on
Tyree.
Yes, it was Tyree.
On Tyree. That's his second.
So Livingston had about at least 2, maybe 3 offensive rebounds, just chance after chance after chance, and we ended up getting a foul.
And you can't blame all those on the Rockets, as it was just Ringstaff was in the right place at the right time for at least one of them as he hits that shot. 30-33 is the score right now. They have a chance to cut it to 2 here with this shot made here. And Ringstaff is a heck of a free throw shooter, so you have to imagine pretty good possibility he's going to hit it. But he's had an off-the-mark night, that is for sure. 16 seconds left to go in the third quarter here, by the way. Shot is up, looks good, and it is good. Rockets will have, they just be smart with it. They'll have a chance for the last shot here as they're coming up to meet Mott. They're going to try to do it again. They're going to try to trap him. Gets it over to Carlson. Carlson feeds it into Turley. Turley needs to make a move. Now out to Tyree for 3. I don't think he got it off. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. I thought I heard the buzzer. I didn't. As they're going around with it, and that's going to be how the quarter ends. I thought I heard a buzzer.
I thought I did too, Tyler. I heard something. I don't know if it was a yell or what.
That's why I said I didn't think he got it off, because I could have swore I heard the buzzer.
And he potentially could have hit that shot, but he didn't catch the ball cleanly enough. Had to stumble it around, didn't get a good
But Tyree, you can't blame the pass on Tyree, as he was doing everything he could to get it there. But trying to get it there, but he was fighting through traffic himself. Well, sent at the station for 30. Rockets hanging on to a 2-point lead here in the fourth quarter. I think we'll need to go to the hospital after this one. We'll be right back.
Saving money can be hard, but we make it easy at Farmers Bank and Trust Company. Our Sensible Saving tucks away a little extra every time you use your Farmers Bank Visa debit card. Let's say you spend $10.60 at the store. That rounds up to $11, which is what will come out of your checking account. The store gets their portion, and the remaining 40 cents goes to your savings account. It's that easy. It's a great way to save without even thinking about it. Come in today and sign up and start saving. Farmers Bank and Trust Company. Member FDIC.
This is Rocket Sports on River Country 102.7.
Back here. Back here at Livingston Central, you're listening to River Country 102.7. Rockets hanging on to a 2-point lead here currently.
And right here at this point in the game, Taylor, every single possession matters. Make smart passes and make your free throws.
And it's getting loud now as Dickerson takes one dribble. Gets down to Turley. Turley. He's going to drive in. He needs to drive in. Shots up, draws the foul. And he's happy about it.
Yeah.
Good. Turley's still a young player. And one thing about him is, you need to keep him to where he's feeling good still, because, like I said, he's still working through it. He's still learning how to be a seasoned player. And that's the second foul on Ringstaff, by the way. Shot is up. Turley hits it.
And something we didn't mention, but Turley did a really good job playing that whole third quarter without committing a foul, which is big time.
He realized that 2 points wasn't important as the foul, as his second shot is also good. So Turley makes good on a pair of them there. Rockets back up to a 4-point lead. Livingston Central wasting no time getting across half court. Tyree not giving that pick that is set against him an inch. Now over to Head, back out to Downey. Downey trying to feed it into Stein. Now to Ringstaff. Ringstaff drives in, now over to Cameron Head. Now swings it over to Mayhew. Mayhew drives in on Turley. Shot is short, and it's going to go off the hands of Livingston Central. That was close, but, I guess that ref had a really good look at it because
right in front of it.
he had no hesitation on who he thought it was off of. So Rockets could extend the lead out here, and they need all the help they can get as Tyree has it in the corner. Now over to, good pass by Tyler Boone. Yeah. That was an unbelievable no-look pass.
Caught it, didn't hesitate, saw the open man, dished it right over to him. Really good
Turley with the finish. Unbelievable. I can't believe that was crazy. He's a pure athlete, man. Ringstaff. Now over to Downey. Rockets up 37-31. Now over to Ringstaff on the right side. Now back out to Downey. And they're just swinging it around as Mayhew has it now in the corner. Now back out to Downey. Now into Stein. Stein out to Ringstaff. Ringstaff trying to fit it in. And it is almost, Turley ends up with it. That started off by Turley. Turley stole it away, but it ends up off the hands of him. He stayed with it. Now over to Dickerson on the right side. Now fed into Tyler Boone. Tyler Boone's open in the paint there, but he has it stripped. Sorry, Evan, I'm talking over everybody, but they're wasting no time here. Downey over to Ringstaff. Ringstaff drives in, and at the charge against Ringstaff. Good job, Mott.
That's 2 he's drawn off of Ringstaff so far in the second half, Tyler.
And that was an easy call,
too.
That was an easy call.
And the Rockets are doing a good job of getting Boone the ball in the middle of that zone and then letting him decide pass or drive.
Rockets need to score here. Tyree. Quick pass into Tyler Boone. Shot is up and one. Tyler Boone coming up big. I got no words right now, Evan.
Yeah. Two really good consecutive possessions by Boone with the assist and now the and one.
And that's 4 on Stein, by the way. That is 4 on Stein.
Convert this free throw.
Shot is up. Hits around. Still fighting for it. And they're calling the foul on. We'll see who the foul's on. Foul's on Mott, looks like. Over the back, I guess.
Must have been, Tyler.
So here we go. So 39-31, Rockets on top here with 5:58 left to go. This is a crazy game, Evan.
It's been a good one.
Rockets wanted revenge. You can tell they definitely want it now. Stein out to Mayhew. Mayhew driving in, back out to Stein. Stein, long 10-footer, no good. Rebound by Mayhew. It got bounced around. Now over to Cameron Head. Cameron feeds it in to Stein. Stein, they're going to draw the foul. Yep, it's against Turley.
And Livingston they just haven't hit their open shots. Most of their points have come off of a putback or a loose ball, and no one was around.
That's 4 on Turley, by the way. So that's 4 on Stein, 4 on Turley. That's big between both of them right there. Stein's shot is up, hits it. He can hit his free throws, man.
Got O'Leary.
O'Leary coming back in. First time since the first half, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
He had the ball went through his hands, led to a turnover, and he hadn't seen any action since. Stein's shot is on the way now. Second shot on the way. He hits nothing but net, man. He's dangerous because he's a big guy who can shoot free throws. Here we go. Mott across half court, met by Downey. Downey goes around. Now over to Tyler Boone. Now over to Tyree. Tyree driving in, backs back out, gets it to Mott. Mott met by Downey again. Mott, he's going to go all the way in himself, puts the shot up.
Oh.
Rebound Tyler Boone. Shot is up. Oh, it just doesn't hit the mark. Oh, man. That was, bad break there for the Rockets.
Oh, that's a good job.
Cameron Head scooting around on the floor, keeps his dribble alive. Both these teams want it bad. As Stein drives in on Dickerson, puts the shot up and hits it.
Really, really good move by Stein.
35-39, Rockets now with the 4-point lead. Here's that run that we were so scared of them doing inside 5 minutes now.
Come around and hit that with his left hand.
Here we go. Now up on Tyree, taking advantage of the fact that Turley's not in right now. Tyree backing back out to Dickerson, and they're just slowing it down again. Eric O'Leary back in it. Gets it over to Tyler Boone. Quick feed down low to Dickerson. Shot is up. And one! The passes have been on point all night tonight. You cannot talk about that enough.
And Gavin Dickerson's been on point also. That's his 11th point, looking to make it 12 right here. And that kind of stopped the mini run that Livingston was trying to go on.
Big, very big. Here we go. Shot is up. Looks good. No, it hits off the right side of the iron. It looked good, though. 41-35, Rockets on top. And there's the first three. There's that first three that we were looking for as Downey hits it, and that's his first points on the night. Cuts it to 3 points with that one.
First three for Livingston come with 4:20 left in the fourth quarter, Taylor.
Here we go, Mott going all the way around himself. Shot is up, misses it. It's rebounded by Downey. And now Downey on the other end, they're going to try to shoot probably another one we'll see here. Ringstaff for three. It's short, well short. And O'Leary is there with the rebound. Now Eric needs to go. Gets across half court, gives it over to Dickerson. Now, good. That would have been terrible had Ringstaff hit that one. O'Leary gets around his defender, picks his dribble up. Now over to Dickerson. Dickerson, he's driving in himself. He's going all the way in. Misses the shot, though. Tried to draw the foul, and it's going to be rebounded by Livingston Central. as Downey will have it now. 3:30 left to go. Ringstaff swings over to Mayhew. No, excuse me, over to Cameron Head. Now into Stein. Stein, and it's
okay.
no, because there's a foul on the floor. It's going to be against Dickerson. So they'll they'll take it out under the basket.
Yeah, Stein's had a really pretty solid second half here. He's made some nice moves. Got a good stroke from the free throw line. Got to really watch out for it going down this last 3 minutes, 28 seconds.
Turley in for O'Leary. Kitchens in also.
Turley really need him to play smart here and try to defend without fouling. I know easier said than done, but really need him for this home stretch.
Here we go. Looking to try to get the ball in. Still trying to get it in. 5 seconds. Rockets take over. What? Rockets are. I can't say enough about this team right now. That was big.
That was a big.
To get a call like that in the district tournament against a seasoned team like Livingston Central, to get a 5-second call right now in this game, that's big. That's big. Tyler Boone swings it over to Tyree. Tyree trying to feed it in to Turley. Turley wants it.
Oh.
Dickerson for 3. He missed it, but he was wide open. He's feeling it.
He would have hit that.
Oh, it would have been insane.
This place. Oh.
On the other end, Ringstaff will hit a 3. Yep, I knew he was going to hit it. Ringstaff was bound to hit one eventually. It's tied up 41-41.
Consecutive threes by Livingston to tie this sucker back up, Taylor.
Here we go. Over to Tyree. We were afraid that was going to happen. Whew. Now over to Tyler Boone. Trying to feed it into Turley. Trying to get it into Turley. Instead gives up to Tyree instead. Tyree, long 3. Rattles around, no good. Bad shot. 2:38 left to go. Ringstaff, another 3. No. Turley. And they're going to call a foul. I'm going to say that's against Mott. Another push. That's a big break there for Livingston Central.
And we knew that they were going to hit some threes, Taylor. We were hoping that they wouldn't, but we kind of had a feeling they would. And, man, they just hit 2 big ones in this fourth quarter to tie it up.
You're not going to keep – here's the thing. That has to be accounted for. They're going to get theirs. I mean, they're just not going to go a whole night without shooting at least a couple.
We did a
really good job.
Really good job of it,
Kitchens,
of defending it.
First one's up, rattles around, no good. Rebound, Mott. So Rockets get away with just keeping it tied. They are in the bonus, but one more and the Rockets are in the bonus as well for that. So we'll be shooting shots from here on out on fouls. Here we go. Kickball off of Ringstaff. Rockets, this is probably, this is the most important offensive possession they've had tonight, as, giving up the lead would just be so bad for the Rockets right now because of the fact that they're kind of trying to fight off a run by Livingston as Tyree will get it out. Rockets have settled for 2 bad shots. As Dickerson, I can't blame the kid for trying. He's hit everything else tonight. He might as well give one a shot. Tyree settled for 1 also, but he's feeling it as a senior as well. Trying to feed it into Turley, and now they're going to call a timeout, full timeout. All right. Well, Coach Hodge wants to talk things over. We'll send it to the station for 30 there, James. You're listening to River Country 102.7 Rockets basketball.
Whether they're warming up for a great game or they're cooling off after some amazing hoops, Marshall's Heating and Air supports the Crittenden County Rockets. And when it's time to keep your home or office warm this winter, or when it's time to start thinking about cooling things down this summer, call Marshall's Heating and Air, 270-965-9261. That's 270-965-9261. And good luck to the Crittenden County Rockets from Marshall's Heating and Air.
This is Rocket Sports on River Country 102.7.
Oh, buddy. Back here at Livingston Central, you're listening to River Country 102.7.
Taylor, Crittenden needs to do a good job of running their offense and getting the shot they want. Do not force up a bad shot. With 1:57 left in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter, get the look you want, run the offense you want, don't force up a bad shot.
Coming out of the timeout here, Rockets. 1:57 left to go. Ball game all tied up. Here we go. Trying to get the ball in. Still trying to get it in. Gets out to Tyree. Tyree feeds it in. It's stolen directly away. Bad pass by Tyree. Mayhew was right there. I don't know what was going on there.
He was fronting him the whole way.
I know. Cameron Head gets it over to Ringstaff. Ringstaff takes a dribble, gets it out to Cameron Head. So after all that time out to set something up, and they throw it away. Downey comes out to get the ball. Instead, they give it over to Cameron Head. He's got some space, doesn't shoot it, gets it into Stein. Stein goes all the way in, has the foul drawn. Wait a minute. Who's it on? Turley.
It's either Boone or Turley, I think.
Turley's going to
Tyler.
So Tyler. So it's on Tyler Boone. Turley didn't think for a second it was him. That'll send Stein to the line, though, and this will be their chance to go up to take a lead.
And Stein,
at this point in the game, with 1:28 left to go, and you have to imagine Stein's at least going to hit one of these. Hopefully he'll miss the first one so he doesn't have a chance to hit the second one.
Pretty good free throw shooter.
I don't think it was a shooting foul. I think it's 1-1. Shot is up. It's a 1-1. Hits the first one. O'Leary coming in to replace Tyree. So they have their first lead in a long time. And it came at a very odd time. And I hate it when that happens, too, when you're on the other end of it. Usually when a team waits this long to get ahead, they don't like to give it up. Second shot on the way. This will make it a two-pointer. No. Early there. I don't think he's going to make that I don't think they're going to make that mistake again. Missing a rebound against this team off of a missed free throw. Off a missed 1-1, no less. Mott. A little contact there between Downey. Now over to Tyler Boone. Tyler feeds it into Turley. Great pass. Turley finishes under the rim, and we got the lead back, 43-42.
And that Boone-Turley connection's been a nice one in the second half of the Rockets.
I didn't realize that Tyler could pass so well. Ringstaff has it now. Gets it over to Downey. Downey over to Cameron Head. Head feeds it over to Mayhew. Feeds it down inside, and now we got a charge. Another drawn charge from Dickerson.
And
that's his fifth.
That's his fifth, and he knew it because he ran straight to the sideline. Yeah. Another big-time play by Gavin Dickerson in this game, and he's doing it on the offensive end, defensive end. He's got to be the player of the game.
I was just regardless of what happens, he's got to be the player of the game, man. 51 seconds, Rockets up by 1.
The plays that he and Tyler Boone have been able to make tonight.
So this
to fill in for Hunter's absence.
So we go from one important possession to another important possession. As Tyler will take it out. And now they're going to call a timeout. Livingston Central's going to call a timeout. 30 seconds, so we'll keep it here, Evan. So here's the deal, Evan. I'll give you a rundown. Rockets up by 1 right now. 51 seconds left to go here in the ball game. Go for it. Tell me about it, Evan.
Well, the last time we had a timeout, and it was on our end of the court, but we had all that time, as you said, to draw up a play, and we turned it over within about the first 2 seconds of that possession. So smart passes. You know, if it's not there, don't try to force it in, because we do not need a turnover right now with 51 seconds left, only up 1 in this fourth quarter.
Look for Livingston to bring the pressure. If we first off we get it in, they're going to back up, and then they're going to attack us. I think as soon as we get to the half court line, they're going to try to trap again. I really feel like that's the case, and now everybody's on their feet. I guess that we might as well too, Evan, because Taylor, I can't see.
It's going to come down to free throws, as it always does.
Here we go. Boone gets it into Mott. 50 seconds left to go. The whole stadium is on their feet now. Mott across half court. Gets it to Tyree. And here we go. Tyree takes a couple dribbles. Now over to Dickerson.
And at what point does Livingston try to foul?
We'll see. Tyler Boone. Tyler Boone drives in. Has to get to Mott. Mott now. And now they're going to call a foul, so Mott will head to the line.
And so, Taylor,
that was early.
To me, it's confusing to me. Why wouldn't he try to foul Gavin when he had the ball at the top?
He had the ball for for quite a while there. I don't know. I guess it's just they tried to maybe cause some miscommunication on passing. And because I said it was early, but like I said, I misspoke. I'm trying to, like what you're saying.
Yeah, and with Gabe being the best free throw shooter that we have.
Biggest free throws of this kid's life. He can make it 3 points right now as all the Rockets are back except for Mott shooting. Here we go. Shot is up. No good. No good. 25 seconds left to go. Cameron Head gets across half court. Now they're going to try to take some time here. Over to Downey. Downey drives up. Now over to Mayhew. Mayhew Now back over to Downey, and we have a full timeout, Evan. Let's come back here. 10 seconds left to go, Evan. You're up by 1. You're in the same position. That you could have drew it out to a 3-point game, but listen, I don't want to accidentally miss something here, so we'll keep it here for the timeout. 10 seconds, 43-42, close to the same position we were in earlier.
Defend without fouling, number 1, because you don't want to give them a free shot to try to win this ball game. So
right.
Defend without fouling. Don't give up the open. They don't need a 3 here, and I don't want to be Captain Obvious, but don't have some kind of defensive miscommunication breakdown where they have an easy gimme shot. And like I said, just defend without fouling, because right now, if it's off the ball, whatever, they're going to go to the line and shoot. So
here we go, coming out of the timeout. It's going to come down to Rocket defense at this point. Any points, well, at least tie it up. If they go to the line and shoot 1, it ties it up. 2-pointer, they'll win. 3-pointer, they'll win. With 10 seconds left to go, you have to imagine it's one of these positions where they're gonna hold for the last shot here, and we'll just see what happens.
Typical Crittenden
Crittenden Livingston. Typical.
Last game was decided by 1 point, and here we are now with the Rockets up by 1.
All right, we'll try to keep an eye on the clock there, because I'm going to be watching shots here, but I'll try to keep an eye on the clock as well. All right, Kitchen's out to bring it in for Livingston Central. 10 seconds left to go. Rockets by 1. Here we go. Trying to get it in. Gets it into Cameron Head. He's going to go all the way down and score.
7 seconds.
Timeout. He caught the call. Okay, so there you go. 6 seconds. So they let him score. Well, I'd say let him. He just went all the way in and scored.
He went right past him. Wide open layup, Taylor. And here's the difference between this game and last game. Coach Hodge called a timeout after that made basket.
Yeah. He called a timeout as soon as it happened, and that I'm saying they should have called it with 7.4. That's what I saw. I was watching the clock, and as soon as I saw the signal, I looked at the clock, and they let 1.4 get off the clock. Now, they got to be talking about something. And look, I think they're actually going to put 7-2 up there. I think they're going to put 7-2.
That's big. That helps out a whole lot.
So, okay, Evan, here's what you do. Who gets the shot?
It's got to be Gabe.
That's what I'm thinking, too. I'm thinking Gabe Mott.
I think that you don't take the ball out of Gabe Mott's hands. And I'm sure Livingston's going to try to deny it to him out of bounds here. But you have to keep the ball in Gabe Mott's hands. He's your playmaker. He's the guy that makes things go for this team.
And it would get a chance to redeem himself off the missed free throws, which we had hit, wouldn't be in this position. But again, that was big time pressure. You're at Livingston. That's neither here nor there. So here we go. So they're coming out. They're going to try everything they can to get some pressure here. Tyler Boone is going to be the guy to bring it in. Oh boy, Evan. 7.2 left to go in the ball game. Rockets down by 1. Here we go. Gets into Mott. 6, 5. Over to Tyree for 3. Yes! He hit it! He hit it! He hit the shot! Tyree for 3 hits it!
Oh, man.
He hits the shot. Tyree in the corner for 3.
The senior with the huge 3. It went in with maybe a second left, Taylor. I'm not sure.
Is the game over with? I don't know. I don't know exactly how much time is left on the clock.
It was pure, nothing but net.
4.6. Tyree kept his arm extended. What a way to show up tonight.
And Livingston thought what we thought. We thought that Gabe was going to get the last shot, and so did they.
1.2 seconds left. That'll have to be a Hail Mary.
Everybody sucked into Mott thinking he was going to be the guy. He kicked it out to Tyree in the corner, the same corner at Rocket Arena in which they hit a game winner against us.
Big-time players make big-time plays.
That's right, Taylor.
1.2, it'll have to be a Hail Mary. This game is not over yet, not by a long shot. Not by a long shot, folks. 1.2, that's a lot of time to deal with.
That is.
It takes 0.7 seconds, if you're wondering. That's the scientific explanation. It takes 0.7 to get a shot off, so they almost have double that. Here we go. Rockets. Here we go. Gets it into Cameron Head, and he calls a timeout.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he got that timeout pretty quick. They're probably going to have about 0.8 seconds left on the clock, don't you think?
Probably. So he gets it out close to half court.
Yeah.
So they'll take it off on the side there, but that's still, I think they're going to give him 0.9.
That's an interesting decision there because Head had no one around him, and the odds of you getting an open shot now are slimmer than what you just had then.
And to be quite honest with you, he had a defender right on him. He should have just hit into him and shot the ball. He could have had a foul drawn there. That would have been a disaster.
yeah, definitely. And
0.9. So with 0.3, they basically get half the length of the floor. They trade out 0.3 for that.
Do you try to throw one up to the rim and try to draw a foul, or do you try to go for the win for the three?
I mean, it'll take a miracle either way. I mean, I hate to be that way, but I mean, listen, stranger things have happened. I don't want to.
Well, and from where they're throwing this ball out of bounds, it'd have to be a heck of a pass to the rim to try to go up and draw a foul.
Right.
So
Carlson already down low, expecting them to kind of come down there, or at least saving face. Here we go. Mayhew will be out near half court, trying to get it in. Finally gets it in. Oh, it's stolen away by Dickerson, and that's going to be how it ends. Wow. That's it. Rockets win.
What a finish to this first round of this 5th District game, Taylor. Taking down your arch rival, your neighbor county.
Oh, that's awesome.
In the same fashion in which they beat you, except this time, this one matters more because they go home, we don't.
Tell you what, man. Nobody in this gym who was wearing red thought it was possible. They really didn't. This was, I mean, you've heard a lot of people talk this year. They were saying, Livingston, they're the dark horse. They're the sleeper. They're the one that's going to be taking down Lyon County in the championship game. As I've said all year long, these two teams, regardless of what the record shows, they play with each other. And they're right there on the same, they're right there on the same level talent-wise. As Rockets come away with the win, 46-44. 46-44 is the final score here tonight. And how poetic that it is that Dickerson and Turley were the ones that crowded in on Cameron Head to keep him from getting any kind of shot off, and Dickerson ends up with it in the end of it.
Yeah, wow, what a finish, what a game, Taylor. And just speechless on this one. Now we're going to face Lyon County for the 4th time this season.
And Coach Hodge said verbatim on the Saturday morning coaches show, he said, we fully expect to play Lyon County 4 times this year. He said, we fully expect it. You're coming off a win like this. Don't ever sleep on Crittenden in the postseason.
No, sir.
Don't ever sleep on Crittenden in the postseason, ever. As Livingston County's, their season's done, and it'll end like that here tonight.
In their home gym.
In their home gym.
Beautiful.
And I'll say it again. I said it last year. I said it this year. This is well, let me back up here. This here is a team that, it's not exactly like it was last year. When we came into the tournament last year, it was one of those things where I said, this is a completely different team. This is a completely different team. They're completely different on all. What is going on? This year, this is the same team, but they're not making those mistakes anymore. Turley showed up like crazy. Dickerson had a heck of a night, and we'll start talking about all this here in a minute on the Raleigh Tool Machine post-game show. So stay tuned here with that. We'll go over all the records and everything else in between. But man, there's just so much to go over, dude. Like I said, it's this team here. These are things, heck of a job on all fronts. And then Sawyer Tyree, who it couldn't have happened to a better guy. It could not have happened to a better guy. He has been struggling as of late. Livingston Central knew that. Everybody, including me and you, expected, and everybody else in this gym, including the refs and everybody, expected Mott to take that shot.
Yeah.
And Sawyer Tyree ends up with it.
And he was a guy we mentioned pregame of who could impact this game, make a difference, and he made 3 threes, and the biggest one he hit won the game.
Rockets at least get 2 more games out of that win here tonight. So. Heck of a win. That was big time. Let's send it to the station for 3 minutes, and then we will have, the Raleigh Tool Machine postgame show right here on River Country, 102.7.
Hello, Rocket fans. I'm Todd Riley, owner of Riley Tool and Machine in Marion. We offer welding, fabricating, and machining. We also have steel of all kinds in stock for your business or home projects. With 3 service trucks on hand, we offer on-site welding for rock quarries, coal mines, asphalt plants, farmers, loggers, and any other needs you may have. We also offer sandblasting and painting. Good luck, Rockets. Come by and see us at Riley Tool and Machine, located at 531 Moore Street, Marion, Kentucky. Office hours 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Monday through Friday.
It's time for basketball, and Farmers Bank and Trust Company has supported our Rockets for years. This year is no exception. We're proud to be donating $100 for each home team varsity game 3-point shot. The recipients of this year's total donation will be the Crittenden County Boosters Organization. The donation will be divided equally among each of official school booster committees representing all Crittenden County school booster organizations. So join us in cheering on the Rockets to Farmers Bank 3-point shots. Farmers Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
Anna Mae's on Main is the best place to find great Southern cooking and awesome hospitality. They have a wide selection of menu items to choose from, so whether you want a steak or a burger and fries, Anna Mae's on Main has you covered. They also have specials every day as well. They're open 11 to 8 Monday through Wednesday and 11 to 9 Thursday through Saturday. They're located at 218 South Main Street in Marion, right across from City Hall. Their number is 270-965-7077. That's 270-965-7077. Debit cards are used now more than ever, so keeping your card information protected is a top priority at Farmers Bank and Trust Company. That is why each and every card automatically has a second layer of defense that can detect unusual spending patterns or areas of purchases outside of the normal geographic area. If something unusual happens, the customer is notified no matter the time of day. Farmers Bank takes this responsibility very seriously, so you can use your Farmers Bank Visa debit card with confidence. So swipe away and let Farmers Bank take care of the rest. Farmers Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
Frazier and Massey, attorneys at law, would like to wish the best for the Crittenden County Rockets. At Frazier and Massey, we're a firm committed to public service and providing legal assistance to the people of Western Kentucky. At all times, we strive for integrity, compassion, and justice. Frazier and Massey, specializing in bankruptcy, debt collection, probate, and estate planning, plus personal injury, property damage, and more. Located at 200 South Main Street in Marion. Call 270-965-2261. That's 270-965-2261. And good luck, Rockets.
This is Chris Finley with First United Bank. Small business is the heart of any community. That's why at First United Bank, we are committed to helping local businesses succeed. Whether it's financing, cash management, or just a checking account, we know how to help. Because you see, as a small community bank, we've been where you are, working hard to make a go of it. Come see us at First United Bank, where your success is our business.
The Rockets rock on River Country 102.7.
Back here at Livingston Central, you're listening to Riley Tool and Machine Rocket Rewind right here on River Country 102.7. Got enough R's in there, didn't we? Rockets come away with the win tonight, 46-44 over Livingston Central. Yes, that's correct. We're going to the championship game.
Dramatic fashion.
In dramatic fashion, and just absolutely, this is just crazy. I mean, it's just absolutely crazy.
Yeah, what was it, 5 years ago, 4 years ago, whenever, 5 years ago?
2014. I think you're talking about
when
the
Travis hit the
Travis
shot.
Gilbert year, yeah.
Yeah. There's just been so many good games,
so many good games.
This rivalry that we have with Livingston County. The one earlier this year where we lost at our place. But as we said at the end of the game, this one matters more than any other one we've played this year because we're still here and they're not. So,
well, in something else too, I think that you don't need to overstate is the fact that Livingston Central knew we were coming for them tonight. This is one of those things where they knew as soon as they beat us at home, there's nobody in the right mind to think if they get that draw on us, it's going to be a barn burner. It's going to be a barn burner. And as soon as we got that coin flip, I mean, you knew it was going to be this kind of a game.
Yes,
that was kind of the thing. Whenever we had a chance to go up like 9 or 10, at no point at all was I thinking to myself, that's going to happen. Obviously, it's just not going to happen. We might get up to a 10-point lead, maybe, but it's going to get cut right back down because that's just how it is. That's how it is in these type of situations when you've got players that are going to come through. You know, Ringstaff stepped up when it mattered. Downey stepped up when it mattered. Downey was having a terrible night shooting. Ringstaff was having a terrible night shooting. And their threes and and Ringstaff's other 3 points is what cut it back down to tie it up.
Yeah.
You know, and let's talk about some scoring here real quick. Not a whole lot of stats to go over, but we got some point totals at any rate. Ringstaff ends the night with 6 points. Cameron Head ends up with just 3 points in the first half. That's something we'll talk about as well. Stein ended up with, I believe, 8, 12, 14, 15 points on the night. Mayhew with 10. Kitchens with 2. Downey with 3. Over on your Crittenden County Rockets side, Sawyer Tyree with 6 points on the night. A big 6 points.
Yes, sir. Big.
3 of those being very big. Gabe Mott with 9 on the night. He didn't score in the second half, I don't believe, unless I missed it. Dickerson with 12. And actually, he might have scored once. No, he got fouled and missed. Yeah, sorry about that. Dickerson with 12 points. We'll talk about that in a minute. Preston Turley with 6, 8, 10, 12 points on the night, and Tyler Boone with 5 points on the night. Big time. So there's your point totals. Let's start going over. Let's just start going over. Let's start talking about the Rockets scoring, because that's the first thing that sticks out.
Yeah.
Dickerson. Gavin Dickerson is the player of the game.
Yes.
I mean, he just is.
Yes.
You know, I think that. I would think Tyler Boone made a good run for it, but Dickerson was in the right place at the right time a lot. But what made him the player of the game is he capitalized on all that. He had second chance. He had second chance opportunities, good putbacks, and he was hitting everything he threw up. And I like the 3-pointer that he threw up there. I was hoping he hit it just for the sake, because I was like, you know, if he hits it, well, it's official. He's hitting everything.
Well, and I'm glad. I'll get to Dickerson in a minute. I'm glad you mentioned Tyler Boone, though, because the things that he did maybe won't show up a whole bunch on the stat sheet, but it's the plays he made at the points he made in the game, the passes to Turley, and mentioned Turley, too, for making the shots and being open, but the passes he made to Turley down the stretch in that fourth quarter were huge.
They're going to have to do stuff like that against Lyon County, because I haven't seen that type of passing against them this year. I mean, unless I've just been completely blind, and if anybody's listening to this right now, who's watching this year, and if I haven't seen it, I'm sorry. Which, I mean, Tyler had been out a little bit with the injury as well,
yeah.
but that one no-look pass in particular
and
to Turley underneath the basket is
those rhythm passes where it hits you in the hands and you don't hesitate at all and you just dish it right off, and it gives the defense no time to really know what's happening.
No, there's no way. And what's crazy about it is the athleticism it takes to make those passes, and then give credit to Turley, that athleticism to then catch that when you have to be bang bang right there. I mean, both Coach Shannon Hodge and Coach Dennis Hodge have said it this year. You know, he's a heck of an athlete. If you're playing pickup basketball, he has to be your number one pick every time. That's Tyler Boone, that is. And this is situations like this is how you see why.
And talking about Gavin, if you get that kind of production from Gavin, if he puts up 11 points for you, or if he puts up more than 6 or 7 points for you on a given night, you're gonna be in that game, because he's a guy that you're not going to count on him to put up double digits for you, and it's just a really good, nice surprise when he does. If he can keep this up Thursday night, it could be an interesting ball game.
Well, and something else too to keep in mind, the type of production you see out of him was good, but at the time in which it came, you look at the points that he had 8 points in the first half, and unless I'm forgetting,
8 in a row.
He had 8 in a row. All that coming off when Turley picked up his third foul.
Mm-hmm.
So what is probably the bleakest you can see is whenever Turley picks up his third foul, he's out for a pretty good stretch in the whole second quarter, because he picked up in he picked up in the first quarter. So now you're in this situation where you've got Mayhew, who can come down to help Stein. Now you've got, a two-headed monster down there that is head and shoulders above the rest of your guys in terms of height. They can shoot over them, and they're no pushover guys. Now Mayhew, good break for us. I hate it for the kid, but a good break for us. He was just out of rhythm in the first half specifically. He tried to come down with rebounds. They were going off his foot here and there, and it was just, like I said, it's just things that helped us out, and it hurt him, and I hate that for him. But, like I said, it helped us out. But then Dickerson steps in, not afraid to drive in, not afraid to take advantage of that, ability to where he'll put the shot up, but expecting to draw the foul. But it's good finishes too. And the fact of the matter is, he was just feeling it tonight also because he threw one over his shoulder.
Oh yeah, and that was a
little bit of baby sky hook
it
there,
was.
falling
It was
away from the basket,
shielding the defender off. And
I think it was either Stein or Mayhew that was defending against him, and you could just hear it, you could just see it in his face. He was just like, it's going to be one of those nights.
And for him to step up with Hunter being out, you have a starter out, you have a guy who scores, puts up points. For Gavin to step up and to kind of fill that void to score the points that was missing with Hunter being out of that lineup, it was just so big. And Gavin's a really good kid. It's awesome to see him come out here and perform the way that he did.
Well, we got more to talk about, but we're going to take a quick 3-minute break, and then we'll be back with the rest of the night's action right here on the rest of the night's action. It's still crazy. The Riley Tool Machine postgame show right here on River Country 102.7.
Hello, Rocket fans. I'm Todd Riley, owner of Riley Tool & Machine in Marion. We offer welding, fabricating, and machining. We also have steel of all kinds in stock for your business or home projects. With 3 service trucks on hand, we offer on-site welding for rock quarries, coal mines, asphalt plants, farmers, loggers, and any other needs you may have. We also offer sandblasting and painting. Good luck, Rockets. Come by and see us at Riley Tool & Machine, located at 531 Moore Street, Marion, Kentucky. Office hours 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Monday through Friday.
At Marion Eye Care, we stand behind the Crittenden County Rockets. Marion Eye Care specializes in comprehensive exams, dilation, as well as both glasses and contacts fitting. Since 2009, let Dr. Adria Potter and their friendly staff at Marion Eye Care take care of all your eye care needs. Call 270-965-5280. That's 270-965-5280. And set up your appointment today. And go Rockets!
What do you think a community bank should be? Locally owned, friendly, accessible, where decisions are made by people who live in your community? This is Terry Bunnell with the People's Bank. We had an amazing year in 2018 and are thankful for the opportunities we had to work for our customers and build new relationships. We make community banking a reality. Make this year the year the People's Bank works for you. The People's Bank working for you, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your retirement dream is seeing the grandkids more. Your husband's? Attending a football game in every state. Maybe you can compromise and, nah, forget that. You've got grandbabies to spoil.
See your local Woodman of the World office at 111 West Gum Street in Marion, or call them at 270-965-3333. That's 965-3333.
Insurance protection, financial security. Woodman of the World Life Insurance Society of Omaha, Nebraska. Woodman Life, standing strong for generations.
Woodman of the World says, go Rockets!
Click, snap, submit. Making a deposit into your Farmers Bank checking account is now that easy. The 24/7 mobile app allows you to take a picture of the check you would like to deposit anytime from anywhere. It's fast, safe, and it works within your schedule. With only a 50-cent charge, this convenient feature will save you time and money. All you have to have is an account to deposit to, the Farmers Bank app found in both the iTunes and Google Play stores, and a phone with a camera. It's as simple as that. So click away now to make your next deposit. Farmers Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
Marion True Value, located on Sturgis Road in Marion, is your local stop for Ready Seal Stain. Available in 8 colors. It's oil-based durable with no cracking, peeling, flaking, or chipping. Ready Seal Stain can be applied with a sprayer, roller, or brush, making it easy to apply. It's both protective and beautiful and enhances the natural look of your wood. Only at Marion True Value on Sturgis Road, because behind every project is Marion True Value, serving Marion and the surrounding communities since 1977.
This is Rocket Sports on River Country 102.7.
Back here at Livingston Central, you're listening to the Riley Tool Machine postgame show on River Country 102.7. Well, we caught this guy. He was taking lots of pictures, but we caught Sawyer Tyree. Something happened down there earlier in the game, if you wanted to talk about it a little bit. I don't know if you noticed it or not, but you kind of had a big shot there.
I have no words for it. I have no words for it. It was a good drawn-up play by Coach. You're talking about the last one, right?
I'm talking about the last. Yeah.
The first. Okay.
No, if everybody at home is wondering, I literally pulled him off the court. I said, you have to talk for at least 5 seconds because we got to get your opinion on this. You're in this type of situation, Sawyer, where, it's a win-or-go-home situation. For you, you're a senior. This is potentially your last game as a Rocket. Going up against a team that got the best of you at home earlier in the season, and you can beat this team. In fact, we had you on the coaches show right after the loss against them here earlier, and you said on the air, I think it's just like you think you're as good as this team is. It's here, it's at Livingston for the district tournament. You're in that position. What's going through your mind? Is it just make the shot, or is it just just step up when it's time to step up?
Exactly the second thing, and that, and just being unconscious. I mean, I wasn't thinking about too much. I was just playing how we were supposed to play and not getting too high and not getting too low on everything.
One of the things that we will always mention is that Coach Hodge is always ready to get this team in these type of situations. You never have any trouble getting ready for postseason when it comes to that, and it shows with the way that Gavin stepped up tonight, Tyler Boone stepped up, Turley, and Mott and yourself and just everybody in general. You're going in against a Lyon County team, and I know you got to get on the bus, so we'll let you go. But you're going up against a Lyon County team now. What are you guys doing? I know you don't have a lot of turnaround time, but this is the fourth time you guys are going to play them. What are you going to bring to the table that's different this time around?
Definitely ball control. I mean, we had a lot of turnovers whenever we played against them the last time, and we just need to execute our offense properly instead of trying to rush shots and take bad shots, get rebounds when we're supposed to, and not make stupid decisions on the court.
Sawyer, congratulations to you, bud.
Thank you.
You guys have a safe trip home, and then, go line hunting is all I got to say.
Absolutely.
Have a good one, bud.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to give the mic set back over to Evan, and we'll talk about some things real quick, and then we'll wrap up shop here because, they're going to turn the lights off here pretty soon. We appreciate Sawyer stopping by and talking to us. I literally, he was speechless just because the fact is, like, I'm going to be honest with you, I was speechless too. I didn't know really what to say, just like, hi,
hey.
What about that, dude? But, that's the kind of person that Sawyer is. He's, at no point, at any point, I mean, I know we were expecting Gabe to shoot that shot, but I trust Sawyer 110% with his ability to make that shot. And as you saw, he can do it.
Yes. Very happy for him.
Any closing things you want to talk about before we head home? Because, like I said, they're kicking us out the door.
Well, I mean, just, again, so happy to win this game against Livingston here. Livingston County, the way it ended, kind of revenge from the last game that we played. And just, sorry, something else caught my attention here in Livingston County.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, just really, really happy for the way that this game ended up for us.
Right. Yeah, it's one thing that sticks out in my mind about this team in general is just their ability to come together as a team, and that's both the boys and the girls. You know what I mean? I mean, it's both the boys and the girls' ability to step up when it's time to step up, and I think it's going to be a fun game. Girls play tomorrow. Boys are going up against the Lyon County team. They got some confidence going into this game, and I mean, we'll just have to wait and see, man. I mean, Lyon County's tough. They're a lot tougher than Livingston, but hopefully, if all else fails, I mean, we'll hopefully have you back Thursday to call the boys' game.
I will try to make it.
Okay.
I have to see.
Clear your schedule. You might be able to. I don't know. But at any rate, that's I just can't think anything else. I'm speechless, man. What a heck of a game, dude.
It was. Very happy for Coach Hodge and Gage and Ethan, the assistant coaches, and then just the whole team itself, the fans, Crittenden County. Mm-hmm. Just awesome way to end this Monday night.
Right, absolutely. We'll be back tomorrow for the girls' game. They're going to be going up against Trigg County. They haven't beat Trigg County this year, and this is going to be their opportunity for redemption, and I think they can do it. I know they can do it. It's just we're going to have to just, like I said, it's a neutral court game. Trigg County has competitive again in the district for the first time in a long time. I mean, and it's going to be. It'll be a fun game to watch, and hopefully we encourage you to listen to the game. It'll be at 7:30 when the game starts. You'll have the Hometown Chiropractic pregame show 30 minutes before. But we really, 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 really want you to show up at this game, and we definitely want you to show up Thursday night too here at Livingston Central. Anything else, Evan?
I don't think so, Taylor.
Right.
Just I'm glad to do this with you. I've enjoyed it.
You picked a heck of a one to go
I did.
to,
Well,
man.
this was the first one I've called that we've won so far
That is
this year.
true. You picked a good one.
So,
all right. Well, with that being said, we're going to send it back to the station now. This is our final sign-off. James, thank you at the station. He's our sound engineer. Can't do it without Mr. James Dempsey there. You guys have a wonderful rest of the evening. God bless each and every one of you, and we will see you tomorrow.
River Country 102.7